Throw him some Marlboros.
Yeah, throw him Marlboros. He's mad.
Like, Your Honor, it was 100,000 frames per second.
Oh, my platform's getting bigger by the second.
Like, I don't remember your channel name, but I'm on your side.
All right, calm down, Speedballs.
Ball stick.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to today's episode of Unsubscribe. Today we'll be talking about motivating yourself and how to conquer those inner demons. Thank you, everyone. Cody, can you open us up, please?
No, what?
Is it a live show? Cody's
What's happening? Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Unsubscribe podcast. I'm joined today by Eli Double Tap, Bryson Adam from High Speed Ballistics, Brandon Herrera.
Is it a live show?
Wait, what are we doing?
that joke just happened.
No,
And donut operator.
donut operator.
Not even our channel.
You're going to open it. It's just like...
What?
Ballistic high speeds.
Oh, I said High Speed Ballistics, didn't I? God damn it!
Actually, kind of crazy. It's actually a very normal thing.
It's almost like the entire point of your channel is high speed.
Ballistics.
Yeah.
Ballistic High Speed. God damn it.
And
right.
ballistic...
High speed.
Guys.
Speed High Ballistics.
Fast bullet people.
I know. Shut the fuck up, Trout.
Man, this is great. We're drinking again.
Dude, everyone chose violence today. Dude, I just got to say, man, Bullet Slow Speed, one of my favorite channels ever. Guys, that is their new name, man. If you know what to do,
We need to rebrand.
just as Brandon is a veteran, they are now Bullet Slow Speed.
We film
Bullet Slow Drag.
We film at 10 frames per second now.
Oh, wait till the unsub audience starts rebranding for you.
Donut doesn't watch our channel.
Ballistic 8-bit.
Ballistic High Speed.
Two white guys and a camera.
I've seen that one.
I'm looking at a lot of them. Hi, boys. Welcome back.
Well,
You
at least
we have
we're two white guys. Got to put both of you together and make one Mexican.
Oh.
God damn. Adam's choosing violence right off the
This
gate.
is a direct continuation of the last episode.
It will
Like,
never
between the two of you, my lawn might get cut.
spits on Brandon, punches
Gotta
me.
wish you were there.
Jesus Christ, Adam chose racism.
I'm over here like, yeah, let's do it, boys.
Cody's spitting in the air.
South the rise again.
Between the two of you, we might get one whole deportation.
He's like, I don't remember your channel name, but I'm on your side.
Bryce is just gonna film it.
Not sure I want to even do that.
Not sure, but
Not sure.
I don't remember who you are, but I trust you.
What kind of American?
watch a Mexican get deported.
Oh.
A Mexican get deported in high speed using a fan.
He's so long, apparently.
Dude, this takes forever.
I'm not even
watching it in real time.
It's not even in slow-mo mode, and it's still taking forever.
See, I didn't even bring that one up this time, Eli. Jesus. I'm not the one bringing politics into this. I'm a good noodle. I'm a good noodle today.
You are
It's only
very...
because you lost your politics.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
He did choose
Wow,
violence.
he did. Jesus.
He's like, get my name wrong. I'm going to fuck with all of you.
All right, so go ahead and open this up. Don't.
No, we're already starting. No. This is it. We're going fucking...
That's the intro we get?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is the intro. If you think that's changing.
We cracking?
Yeah, we're
All right,
cracking.
fuck it. Let's go.
3, 2, 1. Adam's gay.
2024, baby.
Like looking at like a fucking donation, like, huh? Adam knows $50 to Tony Gonzalez. Wow, what the f dude?
I think he's more Mexican than that.
Can I say your last name? Is that
Yeah.
okay? All right. I didn't want
Canales.
to accidentally dox you.
Canales.
Oh, that's right. It's on your Twitter and everything.
Yeah, I go by my real name.
Yeah.
I shit post by my real name on the internet. It's not
Same.
smart, but
Same. Oh yeah. No, I realized very early on. I'm like, man, maybe a pseudonym would have been a great idea.
I mean, the news articles about the stuff. I mean,
What would it have been, your pseudonym?
Well, it was the AK guy, but it was actually funny enough. The reason why I changed it to my actual name is I always did the pseudonym thing, and then I realized that my first time at SHOT Show, people were introducing me by that, and they genuinely, like friends of mine, people I consider friends still to this day, didn't know my name. Like, oh, that's AK guy. I'm like, wait,
what?
You have no idea who the fuck my name is.
Apple
Actually,
updated my phone for Brandon because I wasn't going to change it. It was AK guy for
that would be like spending like $2,500 flying halfway across the country and then the host getting your channel name wrong.
yeah, it would be like that.
It would hurt like that.
Like that. Yeah. I feel like that's
Bullet Slow Drag really blown up lately. You guys are crushing the game. You almost died.
Bullets but slow.
It's like the Scott versus Demo thing. Butt lipstick, low speed.
Like, fuck.
It was Kentucky butt lipsticks, I think is what he called them. Yeah.
God, they had a whole. I
take
always
it.
forgot there was a whole arch for them, or arc.
That's when I realized a lot of their viewers weren't intelligent. I had people like legitimately like getting mad at me in public. Like, yeah, bro, you better not find out. Demo better not find out you're here. Like, whoa. It's like, God, you guys watch WWE, huh? Like they thought the beef was totally real. They thought Matt was trying to kill me. I'm like, dude, I was having lunch with him and his family like last week. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Nothing against WWE. You want to punch Brandon for that? Go
They
for it.
must
Comment.
believe all the skits too.
Just make sure you punch.
Episodes.
Just make sure you punch me like the WWE guys do, which is they don't.
You stomp on the ground at the same time.
That one feel way better. Yeah, it actually does feel better. And I feel better about myself.
And on you.
Yeah, it's a little sandpapery like we were talking about. I had my eyes closed the whole time.
One of your shots got whiffed.
I didn't feel like I pulled any that bad.
Shooter ready.
I missed all except the last one.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Well, great to have you. It's been, like, 6 months,
Pretty much.
right?
Yeah, 6 or 7. December, wasn't it? Mid-December.
November 14th.
Yeah, because it was
Oh,
before the
November.
last range day.
I think we're coming up on 8.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because it was before the last range day, but it was right after your accident.
Yeah, you just walked out of the hospital.
You fucking
got on a plane.
bandaged up.
You still look like you were a
Even
hot
smile.
topic, emo kid.
Can you smile for the camera? You couldn't smile last time.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that normal?
Look
I
at
can't
that.
see that side.
That's looking pretty good.
We were hoping
symmetrical.
we were
I get
hoping the face paralysis stayed. It would have been awesome. Because you had that, like, that.
Oh,
thing.
Well, they're still weak enough. I can still do it. I had to really try for that smile.
Adrian, I did it.
Is that going to be in your thumbnail again?
So for the people that don't
No,
know,
we're gonna make it dramatically more so.
Forrest Whitaker's probably on his way out. Like, I'm trying to, like, get that spot.
We're gonna make you look like what's his name? Chris Pine.
Oh,
In
during
fucking,
the fucking-
Dungeons and Dragons when his face is fucking dipping.
That was the best scene ever.
But
Oh
But
no,
for those who
no,
don't
say
know.
For those of you who don't know, last time we had you guys on, you had just recently gone through being blown up.
Yeah.
That was a wild thing.
so you had a negligent, or not necessarily a negligent discharge,
Negligent
like
rocket charge.
a catastrophic malfunction with an RPG-7.
That would be correct.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Negligent discharge. He's just like, what's this trigger? He pulls the trigger, hits the ground.
yeah, we just want Adam to relive one of the most horrible moments of his life real quick.
He was.
To be fair, he
weren't
wasn't
really
there
there
for
for
most
it.
of it.
It's almost reached a point where people, they only mostly say that I blew myself up.
You did.
I did not.
Who
Did
pulled
you
the
pull
trigger?
and it goes boom?
Yeah. Okay, so if you went to a gun range and you rented a machine gun and it had a malfunction on you, would you blame yourself?
Yep, because I blew myself up.
Because I take
I think
responsibility.
you're fuck.
I really like root beer. What do you guys think?
I know that experience was like super traumatic for you. You were like, oh, and then we're like, ha ha ha. Play it again. Brandon and I were like, whoa, that's
think-
fucking crazy.
I mean, should we blame you instead?
Sure. I don't care.
Who built it? The RPG.
Russia, I would imagine.
Well, nice. Blame them.
How's it go? Texas Machine Gun Ordinance. So TXMGO is the mode.
Wait, so Sean?
I don't know. So this is the thing, right?
Yeah.
So like, I didn't do any of this. We contracted 2 companies.
Yeah.
One had the launcher, the other had the rockets. And then they did forms and things, and then
But it was the rocket
got
that
to
blew
shoot
up
it.
the launcher.
It's all still
Yeah,
speculation.
overcharged.
I mean,
I
can we
don't
ever know?
what the fuck happened. It could have been a launcher, it could have been the other thing. Like, I still don't know. I get tons of DMs of people that are like, well, most of them are like, hey, you're an idiot. But
Well,
Why would you? Why would you try to shoot a thing that should be perfectly
if
safe?
you ever asked a dude that's into guns outside of the context of the conversation,
Yeah, before
of
that
it
happened.
blowing up, hey, dude, you want to shoot an RPG?
hell yeah.
fuck yeah, you want to shoot an RPG.
Yeah.
But once it's in that context,
Then they pretend they would never do that.
It's clearly your fault. Look at what you were wearing.
You were prepared for it.
hey, dude, in my defense, I wore those shorts overseas too. Oh, were you not talking about shorts?
I mean, you were looking better than the goats, I reckon.
All right.
I just love that. Yeah, all right.
He's, I'm over this. They both leave. We're like, okay, welcome to the Gang Does.
The Middle East, where men are men and sheep are nervous.
And the sheep are holes.
Jesus, Eli, fuck.
That's why they don't fix the fences over there.
So how much are you regretting now, Bryce? There was a line and I can see every moment.
We are 12 minutes
I've been
in.
habitually over that line since November.
Say a habitual line crosser,
Yes.
perhaps?
Yes.
He literally just texted me randomly enough.
Synchronicity.
So,
You're now calling it.
U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs now.
All right.
Don't talk to them.
I'm not.
You're like, hey, I think
surprised
that
they're
guy in
calling.
the center.
They're watching right now.
Eli, we've noticed you. We've noticed you haven't killed yourself yet. What can we do to accelerate this?
How depressed are you? We need to up them numbers.
Hey, that
baby.
podcast that you thought wasn't live, that dude in the center is looking old.
How you guys doing? Everything's going. You guys, after that video, that catapulted you guys into. I mean, it was. How many views did that video get?
Like it got like 2 million in a day or two, and then YouTube decided no more.
And then the reels, but how much it got shared across? That was insane.
Everywhere.
Seeing it being used.
Oh, tons of other accounts
like
got millions.
news articles, TikTok, everywhere.
Yeah, all the viral news pages got so many.
Yeah,
views
they got
based,
so much
on
money.
the
What was
video.
so funny? So he and I were on a different shoot, either maybe in January or something, or maybe it was still in December. Filming some high-speed stuff, research for a company, and we're just actively seeing these news articles come up, making up stories of like, we just heard from Adam in the hospital. He said this about how
shit.
he's recovering or how it happened. And he's like,
So they just made it up.
From
anybody.
his bedside, they gave us an
Like
exclusive,
an exclusive interview while he's at a shoot with me, not even in the hospital anymore, and they're pretending they've got an exclusive interview with him.
Is
on
it like
his bedside.
local news?
Just
people,
random
or-
online crap?
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I'm not saying they were the ones that made it up, but I mean, like the New York Post was talking about it. I mean, it went all the way up.
Yeah,
But they just made
trying-
up the
Yeah, just
interview.
trying to get
Most
clicks.
a lot of it was just the standard, like this happened to a YouTuber, blah blah blah. But some of it was like
You could copy paste
exclusive words from Adam. This is how he's feeling right now.
I remember seeing one of them. It might have been like Sun article or something like that. It was like from his bedside. I didn't.
It's like I'm not even in bed right now. What do you mean?
Which was really funny. That it was the same thing, like similar to rather the Kentucky ballistic situation. Because I remember, like, we all knew about it. You called me about it. Because I remember feeling like an asshole. Because when I heard the call about Scott when he had his accident, you know, and he almost died, we had heard about it that day. Because you called me, and I'm like over there, like I'm doing car karaoke. I'm having a great day, just in the fucking countryside in Texas. And I pick up the phone. I go like, this better be fucking important. Like I'm
Sounds
joking
your
around.
story.
And he goes, Scott had an accident. And immediately, like, the blood drains from my face. Like, fuck. Okay, what happened? But just the amount of people who reported on it when it became public, because that was a month later, Scott was fine. Like, he was on the road to recovery. Everybody knew Scott was going to be good. Like, the amount of people freaking out about it when it first blew up, no pun intended, was...
God damn. There.
Spicy boy.
It was just kind of wild. I imagine similar situation.
Yeah.
Do you have any bad habits that you need an alternative to?
No.
Why do you ask?
Well, have you ever heard of the flavored air category?
No.
Tons. Why?
It's quickly becoming the leading alternative to bad habits.
Is that the one that's a whole new movement towards better habits? Led by the sponsor of today's video, Fume!
Fume is an award-winning flavored air device with flavors like crisp mint and orange vanilla.
Fume draws flavor to your mouth hole.
And there's no vapor, so you can use it anywhere.
There's no nicotine. It's not addictive.
Non-toxic flavors.
And no batteries, so you never have to worry about charging it or what happens when it dies and you freak out.
It's a guilt-free alternative. It looks awesome. Branded, feel the weighted, cool design.
Oh my God, it's almost like it's made to fidget with. Like it calms anxiety through the use of magnets and things.
Which of the core flavors is your favorite, Brandon and Cody?
Crisp mint.
I like orange vanilla. It's like a creamsicle.
Fume has served over 300,000 customers.
And you could be the next success story.
For a limited time, use the code UNSUB to get a free gift with your journey pack.
Head to tryfume.com. That's TRYFUM.com with code UNSUB.
Or scan the QR code on screen right now to get a free gift with your order today.
There we go. I didn't put the first video up for like,
When did you let people know there was an accident?
I feel like it was in December. I feel like it was
When you say people, what do you mean?
Well, when was it public that something happened?
I want to say that's tough. I don't remember. Within a week or two, I feel like we put up some social media post, at least alluding to the fact that there might be some mild pauses in what we're doing right now.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? I don't remember how specific we were.
I wasn't running any of it at that point.
I think one of the most interesting stories to come out of that, though, is that you went to the same hospital that Scott went to when he got blown up.
Yep.
The surgeon's just like, dude, these fucking YouTubers are like, they're off the goop, man.
Why do they keep doing this?
Yeah, I got asked, I mean, a bunch of times.
Is it Vanderbilt, I think?
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't like to draw the comparison because they were two totally separate deals. But I think there is a difference to be struck between the two because we both definitely almost died. But all of the damage done to me was done within microseconds.
I can tell you how many.
He could map it out if you wanted to.
To frames.
Yes, like done. The only thing that I was then gonna suffer from would have been, my brain was bleeding. Like we had that stuff.
Regular stuff.
That's a long
Small
time.
things,
That's a long time.
Brain scrambled eggs.
Yeah. Most of his was also done instantaneously, but he's on a time clock.
Because the blood loss.
I mean, it slit his carotid, right?
No, it was right next to the artery, but he was still. I think it hit a couple of veins, but it didn't hit the artery.
Okay,
so that's why he was.
But the entire time until he's on the table, his chances are growing exponentially. Where mine was kind of like,
what's done is done.
Done. As long as I get to a hospital and like, I don't know where brain bleed takes like 2 days. You're probably fuck you up.
Yeah, your blood loss wasn't like insane.
So like they were both like crazy. Just people like, I don't know. The comments, I don't really like it because I don't want them to try to downplay Scott's accident or mine. They're like, oh, somebody outdid Kentucky Ballistics. It's like, really? Like,
it's a competition.
Is it? Well,
who's next?
Eli. Then who won?
I know what I have to do. I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
Oof. Was his in high speed?
So we just made fun of his with Tiny Guns 3 because we recreated that for one of the scenes.
Oh, have you guys seen that?
Whoa. You guys are releasing?
No.
Show Cody's death. Do you want to just see Cody's death?
We can show them both.
Yeah. Just show that in sequence because it is. I want to see it.
I have it here.
A visceral reaction.
Okay,
of
is
this glorious?
Is this video public?
Hey,
No, not yet. But by the time this comes out, it will be.
We got to bring you guys
2 days.
exclusive footage last time, so now this is exclusive for us.
2 days, dude. 2 days.
I'm so excited for this. I'm like,
they could have released it a little earlier.
Tiny Guns 1 and 2 first.
no, they're not. They're just like it's.
Here we go.
Little guns.
So this is Scott's bit.
Go up to. Oh yeah. That entire sequence is perfect. Chase. No, don't worry about it. Actually, Chase, put this up. Connor, have you seen this?
I'll skip ahead here to.
Let that joke play out.
Oh,
because
okay, got it.
that fucking joke is really good.
You shot my friend, you son of a bitch. Now it's my turn.
Yeah, it's my turn. Watching Tiny Guns 3.
This is my Cynthia.
Jesus.
I haven't seen it with the VFX yet, but holy shit! Dude, this is so fucking good.
Oh, the Scott bit. Fuck,
Dude,
I
it's
forgot.
so good.
We gotta stop the bleeding.
With what?
Mike, do you have any gauze?
I got this.
Yep, they fucking went there. sound effect.
Did it work? I'm not a doctor.
Oh my god.
So over the fucking top.
How good is that?
That was pretty good.
Oh my god. That entire skit. It's like 8-9 minutes. What did it come out to?
The entire time on the demo I saw 9 minutes and 7 seconds.
Fucking ragdoll simulation of
That was
body.
so good.
That felt like a Seth MacFarlane. Like, how far can we just shoot Cody until it's like, oh.
It's one of those, like, it stops being funny and then it starts being funny again.
Holy shit, they're still doing it.
Entire thing. So, especially for the budget we did it on, everyone that collaborated with that, everyone's on that fucking video.
The entire gun industry, essentially, like as far as gun tubers go, like we got the core fucking what 5-6 people.
You guys are still
roasted.
Going.
That was like
we're sub 1 million. It'll happen.
Who did I call?
Did he call you?
I did call him
About
this morning when he couldn't find the brunch location. He's like, I'm in a parking lot in downtown San Antonio.
Dude, we're so stoked for that one though. It just
that'll do good.
Oh, it's 9 minutes of pure glory, and we all experience the same. Where you're watching it without sound design, without the VFX, and it is hard if you're not used to it. It's very hard to be like, I don't know how this is going to turn out. You start adding those layers in, and you're like.
So fucking good.
To be, but I haven't seen 1 and 2. Did they do good?
Oh yeah, they're like at 9 million, 6 million,
Especially like
okay, yeah.
Tiny Guns 2 was fucking hysterical because that was when they got like Matt Best and like you and everybody on board, like people that know guns, and like it was a kind of an Afghanistan kind of thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it was just so well done.
I would go fucking watch it now. Yeah.
And I love it was like the comedy beats were good, and I love that after like watching it most recently, I saw it years ago, but most recently I watched it. I was like, wait a minute, that's the old BRCC ranch. That's like right in the front gate.
Literally, we turned that front road into a security checkpoint for stopping. Like it was just when you're checking people for IDs or anything. So, and it follows that thing. A giant gun battle, knife fights,
IED like phone bombs.
Do that.
Shit.
Using Usher's sound to set it off. Jake does one call. He just starts calling numbers. He calls one, and then a random house explodes.
That was fucking hilarious.
Was the tiny phone book?
Yeah, the tiny phone. He's like, "What am I supposed to do? Call every number?" It's like, "Yes,
Yes.
That is my favorite joke of the entire video.
I must have called him out.
Oh,
Jesus.
he called that fucking the clock kid.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
That's it. Was so
need to get
crazy
him in
because
for
it was
interview.
like random kid accused of building IED. Obama invites him to the White House. Like, hold up, what? He's going where?
Uno reverse card.
He's going where with it?
But next, when we do Tiny Guns 4, which would probably happen,
It needs some super slow motion.
and
It needs some bullet slow, slow stuff.
I think we just filmed that with VFX.
Okay.
Let's capture the actual round. They're like, man, they
Can I
went
like get
all out
blown up
for
with a
this.
rocket launcher, but like not actually get blown up with a rocket launcher?
What's the goal?
I mean,
with-
you've got the most experience.
yeah.
You're a subject matter expert on that now.
Fair.
We need to call the ball stick low speed guys.
ball stick.
I'm actually. Can we put like a counter of like how many different times you guys have come up with a different name?
Make it a drinking game. Every time we get their name wrong, you guys have to drink.
But you as
They're
a
going to
good
pass
luck.
away soon.
Oh, very soon.
you as a community build the name that you will call them
fuck,
from here
man.
on out.
Me and Eli have made it like a running joke. Every time he says the word fucking community, you have to drink. So, God.
I'm out.
But that was the purpose of Pepperbox and everything. One of the purposes was to give us the opportunity to do shit like that.
Yeah.
Like
Okay, so
multiple
then-
times a year.
So then, can I ask? So you guys went to Pepperbox.
Turn it a little so it's not covering your beautiful face.
Like over here.
Yeah, just can it like so you can do this or this way. It's just so the front
It's an
mic
orbit.
Yeah.
Okay. Turn it
So
sideways.
you just covered your face. There you go, just like that, buddy.
Okay.
And then kick it that way. Push that way. You want it directional at your mouth, but yeah.
And I'm looking at you though.
Doesn't matter. You're
Okay.
still your sound's like right
Okay.
about there.
Your sound is spherical.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys
Autism.
kicked off the whole Pepperbox And
Are you guys talking about the studio yet? Or? Oh, I mean, we don't like we're in the process of doing a studio. We have that that talk this week to build a studio, a giant studio with multiple studios inside it. So you'll have like the cooking show for Mr. Cody, the new actual place for Unsub. We have a cage for trout. It's going to be like beautiful.
Will there be beer and cigarettes?
That's how we feed you. You
better be ethical. Thank you, man. Okay.
Where's Trout at? He's on the ceiling. He scurries off.
Throw him some Marlboros.
Yeah, throw him Marlboros. He's mad.
You nearly got my hand.
We're feeding Trout Marlboros in the cage.
okay, so you guys developed the whole Pepperbox, and you're running with it. You're building a whole studio and stuff off of it. So and you did that to get outside of current limitations of censorship and what you can put on there. Advertisers are given things that they can do. Because I mean, we deal with it all the time. So
currently, we don't have any advertisers. Like we have no limitations. Like nothing that.
Well, that's my question. Is like, who's the next limitation? Like, is it like the literal FCC? Like,
no,
like who controls the?
This is America.
We own the servers.
Yeah.
So like
these are our servers.
The only limitations we put on it are what we are willing to put up.
So there's no government agency that can be like, well, but
FCC would be like if it was on television, right?
So. No, this is like a full Wolf of Wall Street. We're not fucking leaving.
And this was the way done because you had, if you buy servers stateside or you run into that problem, then it's like, you can have that. It's like what happens, one of the talks with one of the gun companies that wanted to purchase it already. They're like, well, venture capital, we can take off that bill. It's like, no, we're already net positive. Like,
yeah.
So you're just taking away every
like, we'll invest. I'm like, we don't need you.
Yeah, well, this is all good to go. So the next thing is like, well, what happens if you have somebody that comes in, they don't like the content, so they just pull it from your servers. It's like if we were running a server farm from YouTube or whoever, like one of their subsidiaries. But it's like, no, there are servers and they're in the UK. Like we don't have to worry about any fucking thing. This is ours. So
it's like that was one of our first costs. We all threw down thousands of dollars a piece to buy the servers outright. So like we own it. Like that's ours. Like before we ever saw a cent, we're like, worth it, because we don't want to be beholden to anybody, because that's the whole point. Like we don't like the censorship of YouTube. We want to be able to have a separate place that not only we can do exclusive content, shit that we want to do, but also not have to worry about what is the YouTube
guidelines.
rules today, what the YouTube rules will be in 3 years. We just produce the content we want to fucking make and have a financially solvent platform to put it on. And that's what Pepperbox started as, and it's already the most successful streaming platform for the community, which is fuck.
There's governing body for that. That's actually kind of crazy. I expected there would be like
our own internal
like something.
The
it's
only
our
thing,
own shit. Like
the only thing we've all agreed on is like no fucking like snuff films, like cartel beheadings and shit, and like no porn.
And he's kind of like
he'll push the limit. He's like,
but what if?
What if the chainsaws happen?
What if the cop defends himself with a chainsaw?
We've done debt court beheadings,
which I mean,
in high speed.
But you didn't like take a homeless guy off the street.
Why not?
I mean, dude, you do you. The sky's the limit on Pepperbox.
So help me God. If I'm in court and they're like, you uploaded this to your... I'm like, I did not.
Like, Your Honor,
that.
was 100,000 frames per second. And he'd be like, okay.
Your Honor, one of our fucking people on here got a little silly. But
well, silly.
Your Honor, I plead our servers.
Yeah, I know, son. We have a subpoena for your servers.
Fuck! But
yeah, it's those ones right there.
Well, Your Honor, you'll have to pay $7.99 a month.
dude, it's awesome because one of the owners of these servers is also, so they work together with Corridor, and then we built that from there with Jake, and huge shout out for Jake for like the idea and bringing it, and then being able to, and the entire team to turn it into this amazing platform. But the owner of the server farm, he gets money. He's a small percent into it, so he gets a huge return, and he's very happy. He's just fucking happy. He's like, all day, dog, all day. And now we have better compression, and we are updating as an app. You should listen to the crowd community, and you should build off of that because they give us ideas and they whatever the complaints are, we just take that and then we adopt that into the app and then push it forward. And they fucking love it.
Are you ready? Babe, let's bring out Big Daddy.
Love that idea. Who wants better sex?
What'd you do with my wife?
Don't worry about that. She's fine. The best way to get started is by going to adamandeve.com. Adam and Eve is offering 50% off just about every item, and that includes free shipping plus rush processing.
Where is she?
Didn't I already tell you that she's fine? Adam and Eve wants to make your life easy. Plus 100% free shipping and rush processing on your entire order.
What?
It doesn't matter how much you spend or what you buy, all of it will be sent discreetly, fast, and to you for free.
Why do you keep doing this?
Bring more pleasure and satisfaction into your bedroom. Just go to adamandeve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy or anything you desire. Just enter offer code UNSUB at checkout.
That's unsub, UNSUB, at adamandeve.com.
This discount is specific to this podcast, so be sure to use code UNSUB at checkout.
100% off free shipping and get it fast with rush processing.
Code UNSUB.
Low key, like I actually personally watch if I'm like reviewing my own content or something like that, like Delance puts it up, or if I'm watching one of my friends' content, whatever. I watch it on Pepperbox on my like TV at home. Like I downloaded the app because the quality is so much better. Like I'm not even fucking around. That's not even like a plug. Like the quality is noticeably better. Which
sheer difference.
I'm really curious what YouTube's up. Why their compression is so bad. Is it just because they have to upload so much from so many different people or what? But
I think they default to like masses. So they want instantaneous playback. So they always default to like 720p, maybe 1080p at like 10 megabits per second. But I feel like Pepperbox is like, you're always getting 4K right now all the time. I would assume, or at least as much as possible.
Because what is the YouTube 4K? I think we're lower.
I think it's like 45 megabits.
YouTube
nerds.
Can I ask like a derailed question?
Get it.
Yeah, what's up?
You can cut it. I don't care.
Okay, 8-ball high speed.
That one doesn't count.
There's another one.
45 to 58.
There you go.
So what would stop? This is probably not even like a fair comparison, but like we all know that Alex Jones got fined $1 billion.
Yeah,
for hosting a website and putting out videos where he said that all that stuff about we all know what he said.
The SH stuff wasn't real.
Right.
Yeah.
So somebody's regulating just random internet.
Oh, that's cool.
It's not regulation of the internet. It's more that it's just like if we had our own platform and we were in a defamation suit. Like it's a civil suit. It's not because it doesn't matter who owns the platform. Nobody's regulating the platform. They're regulating what you say about another person. So that's a totally different entity. That's just like as if I said that, like if I went to the town square in Bernie and started shouting shit about somebody that, you know, so-and-so is a fucking kitty toucher. It's like, well, you can't do that.
Okay.
Bill Clinton is a which, I mean,
okay, well, now you're
I've seen the flat logs.
So
he likes islands, I guess.
So in essence, because you guys have put in the work to own the servers, you own the lines, you own the websites, you own everything, you have kind of generated a platform where until you encroach on someone else's rights,
yes,
you can do whatever the fuck you want.
We are legally as free as you can be.
Yep.
That is
thanks to UK servers.
Actually, kind of surprising.
Weirdly enough, I'll have to look into why that's the thing. But
I cannot believe there's not some treacherous, treasonous government body that's just like, well,
hold the fuck on.
We paid for those fiber lines to put in, so like we still technically get.
I mean, the NSA is like the meme of like the black dude behind the tree, like. If you're taking any information over the internet, they got it. But like, you know.
It's a crazy
interesting.
It's a crazy experience, especially going from like it's branching into this.
We just launched it a couple months ago.
Well, I mean, but
4 years into the work with Corridor Digital through their trials and tribulations, 1 year of back and forth with Jake and getting everything refined, and then I think in March or April when we had the actual conversations of getting demo and getting everyone onboarded to be part of it.
And we're just getting started too.
Yeah,
like
and then
this
the dominoes started falling.
It's only been soft launch.
4 or 5 years.
2 months for soft launch, yeah.
4 or
Yeah,
5 years. Like
From corridors to us, yeah. Corridors tested and trials and tribulations, and then us is literally 2 months of a beta, and we're about this week. I would consider hard launch because everyone's announcing it. You guys have already done your push,
which will already have been done when this
few weeks
comes
from
out.
here.
But
Yeah. 3 weeks ago, we'll just throw a magical number.
But it's, the way that
17th, July 17th.
But the way that we've been able to make it through the subscription service, we've made it financially solvent for the creators on it. Make it an actual viable alternative to YouTube if the lights get cut off.
It's not,
which is crazy,
dude.
Like it's not just a money grab. This literally makes it so that it makes sense for creators to move to Pepperbox.
And it was the best conversation. I think it was Scott, Kentucky Ballistics, for the first payouts. We all got our first payouts. And that was the one thing. We could be greedy and take a shit ton. We're like, well, we started this. It's ours. You know what's way better? Fucking watching your friends be successful and giving them the opportunity to be successful and then to hire more people because they have to create more content. So you had Scott's immediate reaction was like, holy shit, this is such a weight off my shoulder because the new rules rolling out for YouTube. Now I know I have a platform that I can sustain and be fine with now.
Yeah, because if YouTube turned off the lights for gun content tomorrow, we're okay.
Yeah. We're quite okay.
Which is the only time we've ever been able to say that in the last
Must be nice.
ever. Well, I mean, maybe we might have some
All right, calm down, Speedball.
ball stick,
Speedball.
ball stick, eight ball fucking.
You guys aren't even trying anymore. You're
I
trying
don't
to get
care
me
anymore.
drunk.
We'll call it fast sticky balls.
There you go. Fast sticky balls
cameraman.
coming to.
Speedball cameraman.
Like, fuck. But it is Brandon's saying it. So no, it's never had that. Yes, you people have everyone shouting, go to Rumbler and all this shit. Rumbler.
Sounds like some bullshit someone would go to. So.
Yeah.
What's funny, my favorite reaction to that was actually Mr. Guns and Gear. Because people were bullying him. They're like, dude, why don't you go to fucking Rumble? Why do you still give YouTube your time and money, blah, blah, blah. And he replied, he's like, I'm on Rumble. The fact that you don't know that is why Rumble will never take off. He's like, I've uploaded to Rumble for years. You don't fucking use it.
Dude, you don't have the conversion, the audience, and you're not building when you have a platform that just everyone can post on. Great, everyone gets the little soapbox, but the downside is that server cost, and that's what people didn't understand launching these services. So you just upload to us, and we'll just have it. Everything.
I think
open.
the whole marketing of Rumble is that it is an alternative.
Yeah,
Period, and that's it.
And like
that was their
That's the whole thing.
Don't get me wrong. I want them to succeed. I want Rumble to be if I could press a button right now and have Rumble as a viable alternative to YouTube, I absolutely fucking would. Because they're way better. They're way better like free speech and whatnot. And competition's always good. But at the end of the day, YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the world, owned by the first. They have fucking orders of magnitude more daily active users than any alternative ever will. Like at least for the coming years, like that.
Talk to millions, talk to thousands. You have a completely different platform. And that's where our streaming service, that was one of the biggest things is, hey, guess what? Use YouTube as that. Promote YouTube. Use that engine as something to push towards ours.
And all of you guys already have massive followings. I mean, individually, you're all super successful, and then you guys came together.
Well, a lot of still.
Keep going. I'm almost there.
Are you 30?
Yeah, just go on. But it is,
Just how big is my channel, Adam?
Oh, my platform's getting bigger by the second.
Okay, which button is it?
but it is the idea of using the other streaming or the other individuals that were trying to do it. They were like, well, you can just watch my stuff on this one specific streaming service instead of like, hey, and then downplaying it or putting everything behind a paywall. It's like, fuck YouTube, we don't want that. So I've been like, yo, YouTube, pretty cool homie to have to really get out there and use that. And then, hey, if you want free content, we are always going to provide that. That will never change. But if you want to add free censorship-free experience with content you won't see anywhere else, hop on board. We have that.
And like YouTube is a great way to to reach the masses. Because if we're still trying to push like a two-way message and all sorts of stuff, at least I am like the stuff that I think is important. Like that's the best way to reach the vast majority of people. Because like I looked at it the other day. I'm like 2 billion impressions this year. Like it's fucking stupid the amount of people you reach on YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah, it's crazy the amount of people you reach.
I haven't looked at our impressions lately. It's probably like 600.
I don't even remember what time frame. I think it was a year. It might be more. I can look it up. But like,
I have 600 impressions.
The point being, like 2 billion.
I think he meant 600 billion.
Let me look.
Like it's fucking wild though. Like that many people you're reaching. It's like, yeah, you'll always have more on YouTube, but at the same time, it's not the content I want to make necessarily. I have to censor what I'm doing so that I won't be kicked off the platform. I'm already getting a notification that there might be something wrong with the monetization on my last video. That's cool. Like that shit, I don't want to have to worry about it. I want to be able to do what I want.
When you guys soft launch, did you track like a conversion rate or anything?
We have a very good, you amazing people out there. It's awesome to see the conversion on how, because it is a 2-week free trial that you then just get a kick over, and if you want to cancel anytime.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the first 2,500 people, they did get locked in at half price. That took 2,500 people took 90 minutes.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, that is fucking you amazing humans out there took 90 minutes to sell out that first 2,500 does lock in, get half off a month for the rest for a lifetime. So they all fucking
lifetime discount.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm not surprised. That's shit. Yeah.
Like, wow,
but anyhow, and not shilling our shit for 20 minutes.
I know. That's
fucking
why I was like,
yeah.
go on to anything else. I was like, this is the most we've ever.
Yeah. Sorry,
talked about.
I actually kind of took it down. I was just honestly curious.
Dude,
yeah,
we got shoes coming out too.
I just started feeling guilty. I'm like, this is starting to feel like a really fucking long ad read. I swear to God, that was organic.
Cody's gay.
What is Ballistic Highspeed?
That's how we go into the next thing. And Cody starts talking about his new boyfriend. And everyone's like, wait, hold the fuck on. Is this a real bit?
Whoa. New?
Oh, sorry.
There's only one in my life.
Sorry.
Yeah, what's Ballistic Highspeed working on this
actually,
day?
Ballistic Highspeed.
That was not a bait trick. I was actually just curious. That was on me.
Wait, can we do a Ballistic Highspeed with like retarded versions of your faces, and then that's our merch?
There's a non-retarded version of my face.
I was just thinking of both of you in like the fucking South Park Canadian fucking.
No.
I'm glad you knew exactly what I
Instead
meant.
of an RPG blowing up, it's a dick blowing cum in their faces. Like, yeah, okay.
Ballistic Highspeed.
PSR.
Oh, I got a video on that soon.
We love you, PSR.
Right, uncomfortable.
And death.
All right, sorry. I derailed that. Well, I kind of nerd out on like when it comes to shit like that. I love software development.
New business.
That's how I built software to like collide 2 bullets.
When we talked about cameras.
See, that thing was fucking cool. We were talking about this earlier at brunch.
He did this?
Yeah, no, they did a video recently where they had 2 bullets hit each other in midair.
Wait a minute.
I know, not that. You developed the software for it?
He wrote the
code. I wrote the software. Yeah.
What? Okay, so that's
stupid.
Yeah, I didn't know you wrote the code for that
I
shit.
machined every piece that held the guns down.
Yeah,
I wrote
the electromagnetic
software. We used
solenoids,
his cameras to do
the microsecond calculation.
So he had this
Dude, when
all in
Tism
house.
comes together.
So he did this.
That should be the new unsub subtitle. Unsubscribe, where Tism comes together.
Yeah. Where Tism comes together.
Women are flying away.
Electric discharge machining. I remember that.
Yep.
Discharge
EDM, not the shit that gets you laid, EDM, but like the other thing.
The good one.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
The shit that's useful.
Yeah, we need Molly for
we
that.
did this whole thing. It was pretty cool.
It took us a year and a half to figure out how to do it, and then we just did it.
So, okay, and no one know if you don't know this, that hasn't been done up to that point, correct? Other than one person did it, but it took fucking years.
I can talk
years,
about that
decades.
in detail if you'd like.
I would love it.
Okay, so
Let's hear it.
well, this goes back to like what, World War II, maybe. So there's like photographs, and you can even find some. I don't know which war it was, but there's
It didn't happen.
So there's
World War II. I know what you're talking about, the battle and the Civil War too.
Yeah, you can go to a museum and see these bullets that have fused. People say they were midair, but I think all of them have been shown that it was one bullet striking a stationary bullet. Correct. Because there's just enough energy in that collision to fuse 2 bullets. Because we've done it. We have fused bullets from just shooting one at a station.
Because it was like one that was in a bandolier that got struck by a bullet in the air.
Yeah, we've all seen those viral pictures online of that.
Yeah. So when was this? When did we first? I have no idea when this would be, but we were
Gallipoli a while ago.
Correct. So No, I'm trying to remember when I first pitched this to Adam. We were hanging out in his shop. Some of his buddies were there. And I remember looking at 2 bullets sitting on his desk. And I was just like, what if we could get 2 bullets to hit midair, capture it in high speed, and maybe fuse them? Like, how cool would that be, right? And I think I was like, so I was just doing, like, everyone there was like, no, that's impossible. And I was like, well, so I was scratching out some math. And I'm like, it might be possible. We just need to be able to individually address 2 different handguns within, sub-millisecond timing. And then that was kind of just the thought. And then we kind of left that in the background. And then months later, I think Adam and I were like, here's some really rudimentary electromagnetic hardware. He knows how to
rudimentary.
Electromagnets, they are on or off. They're very, very rudimentary.
I'm just going to go on, and Unsub has never just scribbled down math, period.
Okay. So,
for anything we've done. We're like,
I'm picturing like fucking the Zach Galifianakis, like the fucking equations going by your head.
Like complicated.
Well, I started with like servo motors. I tried like 4 or 5 different electronically configurable machines because then I can control them through a PCB, so that I can write software for it. I can do that. But then like they were like too slow, or that they have different turn rates depending on gear ratios, and we were going back and forth. I'm sending him slow-mo from like a phone, so it's like 1,000 frames per second. Like I said, which is like what you guys do.
Okay,
Garbage.
they have Chronos now.
Ball sack high speed getting a little fucking big for the britches right now.
Eli, could you do me a favor? You see that little lever? Can you turn it down?
Hey, we just stroked you guys off for 20 minutes.
Pepperbox this, pepperbox that.
I was almost there, and you just fucking stopped. Now it's all about you. I get it.
We went through a bunch of stuff, like turnbuckle strings, snatch blocks. I mean, it's been this whole thing.
Snatch block sounds like a slur.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's what I call
I hate that I can't even talk about those without like that happening. Like you guys,
I should call
like,
it.
Grow up.
Wait, are you the one in the big fucking truck out there with all the bumper grills and shit?
Hey,
you don't know
don't
what
worry
a fucking
about it.
snatch block
Look,
is?
Speedball High Cum. We're not going to worry about that.
Speedball high cum. Holy shit. That's it. That's the one. Speedball high cum is sticking.
Can you CGI that text on my
Yeah.
So then
It's just like shitty, like Comic Sans.
we're coming to this conclusion that there's just too much of a tolerance. We cannot get close enough because
I'll
between
drink to that.
and then through a firearm and ammunition, you're going to lose like another 20% because like you're never going to know which powder it is. You never know how much it was loaded, what the machine was configured to, what the weight of the bullet is, how much powder is in the barrel to actually like slow it down. Like when you are trying to do this, fucking everything comes into configuration.
I didn't even think about it. Like the deviation between like the same kind of ammo round to round on powder. Like holy fuck!
And then you think about that,
And
and
if
then
they're 20% off on both sides, now you're looking at 40% difference.
Yeah.
and you have this little spot to capture.
So
where
he
they
did all
have
the
to
math on the
land,
cross-sectional
which is fucking insane.
How many shots did it take?
7.
That's insane.
7 before we got a nose-to-nose, but that was with a year and a half of preparation.
Right? Yeah.
So we had a short that we put up, and this was after probably at least 6 to 8 months of planning, where we got the intersection pass was really shallow, like shooting both guns here, shooting this way. We got them to intersect within maybe 10, 20 shots, but that was like how much deviation is on that day? Less.
We hit them the first time.
Did we?
And then we tried 12 more and couldn't get it to happen again. Because we were originally just going to shoot from the table to a piece of like stock board. And then we were going to film when each one of them went through the stock board.
Okay, so
we were like, dude,
our methodology was from electromagnets or PCB boards to electromagnets to hammer drop.
Yep.
We were going to get all of that synchronized as perfectly as possible because the dwell time, the powder burn, the actual speed of the bullets, all of that is out of our control, right? Because we wanted, if you were to buy this ammunition, put it in a stock gun and shoot it.
Did you reload your own?
No.
For this?
We wanted this as like
precise.
Anybody could do this if you had a high-speed camera.
Because everyone. That's fine.
Yeah, because I would have figured that you would have reloaded your own ammo, so it's like 100%.
No, this was like what fucking Blazer brand, like 45 ammunition.
It's what we wanted.
It was off the shelf.
It was 2 actual uninterrupted pistols with
45
ammunition.
So you put this on fucking hard mode for no reason.
Yep.
Dark Souls.
No, because we wanted it to be real. Because I love Smarter Every Day's video of it because he did the same thing. I think he used like 44 long colt or some other similar
45 long colt.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
45.
Okay.
Like
So
cowboy load.
Yes, but they were like adjusting their load amount, and they basically it was just a metal cylinder. Stop. God,
Brandon started laughing. I was like, he said load.
Adjusting your load amount.
Basically, instead of an actual firearm, it was a metal tube with an electrical primer, and then they just sent 12 volts or whatever it was to the electrical primer, so they always went off at the same time. Right. We wanted to have 2 handguns involved, so if Adam and I stood 8 feet apart and shot at each other, this is what that would look like.
It's really easy to ignite 2 powder sources at the same time
with electricity.
With electricity. But to do it where you're just a trigger pull, where dude, even if there's a break difference on it, that's very hard.
And it's
the rounding on the internal components.
Yes.
When it clicks off.
People, you do not understand how difficult that is because I remember doing research.
You should see the comments on the shorts.
I can do that every time because they're not thinking everything goes into account on this. It is where the camera is lined up. You have an object moving at 900 to 1200 feet per second. The trigger pull, the burn rate of the explosion.
Oh, what was it, 9 mil?
45.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right, yeah.
So it was like 850, 900 feet per second.
That's next.
That's still fucking...
Dude, all those little things. And then on top of that, lined perfectly up to fucking
think about it this way.
Other.
900 feet per second, if you're 1% off, that shot is 9 feet out of frame.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So if it's half a percent...
repeat that again. Repeat that again.
900 feet per second. If any part of this is 1% off, it's 9 feet out of frame. And we were framing 1%. Like this. Get 2 bullets to collide right here, so we can get a close-up 150,000 frames per second.
So that's like 0.1 second.
Infinitely less than that.
Good. Oh my god. So you're looking at 0.005 seconds, and it's like almost 9 feet. Yep. If that is how fucking precise this has to be, and that's what I don't think people really rationalize that number. 0.005, and you're looking at a 9-foot difference of the collision. You are recording with one camera, capturing this little fucking frame. If anything is wrong, you have no...
Would you say that was the frame?
Slightly larger, but yeah, very
a little
close
larger
to
than that.
Yep.
That's what we have today.
That, but 16 by 9 widescreen. So yeah.
No error. You can't have this isn't guesstimating shooting a bunch of rounds and hopefully one does it. It is.
We got it in 7.
That's fucking insane.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, go on.
And then we got it like 5 times in a row after that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It was extremely lucky, but a lot of planning. So it was like a nice blend of the two.
How many views is that video at?
900,000.
That deserves fucking metric system.
Can we thought so too.
We'll upload it for you on our channel.
You got
we just upload it. We're like, hey, it's ours.
We'll split
the video here.
We'll split the AdSense 50-50.
No, yeah, you guys don't have enough money.
Okay. We weren't even sure if we could afford coming here.
When Cody started his crazy business of podcasting, you know what he didn't think about? Merchandise. But now he's selling what?
Merch. And it couldn't be easier.
All because of Shopify.
If you've shopped on bunkerbranding.com, you've used Shopify.
Shopify is a global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business.
From the launch your online shop stage
To the
first real life store stage.
all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders? ! Shopify's there to help you grow.
From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS, that means point of sale, wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered.
Once you start selling, Shopify makes getting paid simple by instantly accepting every type of payment.
Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers using the internet's best converting checkout, up to 36% better compared to other leading commerce platforms.
And sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic.
Your AI-powered all-star.
Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the United States. And Shopify is the global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, and Brooklinen.
My favorite companies.
What is that?
No clue, but they also power millions of other entrepreneurs across 175 countries.
Because businesses that grow with Shopify.
Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/unsubpod. All lowercase.
Go to shopify.com/unsubpod now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in.
Go to shopify.com/unsubpod.
The fact that you guys were talking about how many people in the comments thought it was CGI.
I don't blame them because it looks unrealistically wild.
Because I knew, like, just looking at it, just because, you know, this is what I do for a living, like, I knew probably about half of what you guys would have had to put into that to do it, and I wouldn't have thought it was possible. If somebody asked me, like, if Mr. Beast called me right now and was like, oh, we want to recreate this, I'm like, dude, you need to talk to somebody else. Because I don't think I can do that.
I'm still in mild disbelief that we did it.
Yeah.
And
that's fucking hard. It's not a matter of money, it's a matter of luck.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I know what I want to do for Pepperbox with a budget with all of us.
Oh, God.
Rube Goldberg's device.
Like a Rube Goldberg machine?
Yeah.
Like
with guns. If we have it like setting off guns going everything.
Mousetrap.
Controlled
That sounds extremely dangerous. I'm down.
See? He's down. I already know that.
Well, our next bowl of clothing is going to be even crazy.
It's like marble going down the thing, and then all of a sudden, like at the very end, like a hostage gets executed.
And we're like,
two bullets on each side colliding in the brain.
Oh.
Yeah. In slow motion. Dude, a gun, I would
and
love
the
to
shrapnel
do
comes
firearms.
out the forehead because it makes the galaxy disc.
Yep, right in the part that makes you a person.
Oh, dude, I would do that.
Left and right hemisphere starting now.
Oh,
Cody?
All right, I just got to say something. I got to head out. Had an appointment today because this is kind of a thrown together podcast. But Speed Jizz Hard Dick, they're here.
How long were you thinking of that?
I'm gonna tag.
Speed just hard.
Speed Jizz Hard Dick.
Speed Jizz Hard Dick.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm gonna tag in Connor King Trout. He's gonna jump in my space.
Sweet.
I love you guys. Thank you for joining us.
Cody,
Hard Dick Speed come.
Cody, thank you so much.
Yeah,
we love
See
you.
you,
Hey, what is the name before you go? What is the name?
Ballistic Highspeed.
Hell yeah.
Oh, he does know it. Okay, he does.
He has been tricking us this whole time.
He does know. Be safe, buddy.
Subscribe.
We'll
Bye.
see you in a bit.
Oh, God, he smells like cigarettes.
Ah, it's Connor.
That fucker.
All right, so now the Hoosiers outweigh the Mexicans.
See you guys.
This is true. So we can really get started now.
This is the highest density of Hoosiers that have ever been on a podcast here.
Facts.
Facts.
If only we had that podcast gun.
If only we cared.
This is the most Hoosiers ever.
You guys are the only internet people I know from Indiana.
Yeah.
I lived there.
Indiana
a long
doesn't
time.
do anything.
Yeah, true. Because
Except like Whistling Diesel and Adam Driver, I think.
Oh, yeah, we got
Adam
is all
Driver's
we
Indiana?
have from Indiana. Yeah.
No, no shit.
Mishawaka, maybe.
Oh, wait,
Elkhart.
what was your favorite quote again from him?
You were born in Indiana.
When
I
he
was born in
said,
Texas.
"No, stop."
I lived in Indiana for a long
nothing
time.
else.
Oh, well, your YouTube Wikipedia thing says you were born in Indiana.
It also says my dad's a veteran, like Brandon.
Brandon.
Anyway.
I love the internet and how it
That
distributes
AI
my...
is starting to understand. That's
So you were born in Texas?
Yeah. But I lived in Indiana for
Okay,
a
or
long
were you
time.
like-
Yeah. Crawfordsville, Indiana, dog. Shout out to Seaville, you know, Wabash College, 1 and 2 all male colleges.
I born in Texas, but like, which side of the border of Texas were you actually born?
I think there's one board.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Were you born in Texas or Mexico?
Texas. It's like, whoa, so much venom.
Texican. No, I have a running theory about people in Indiana is that everybody in Indiana, it's kind of like you know, like angels and supernatural, like know the name of every prophet or things like that. You're just innately born with it. Everyone in Indiana knows every famous person who was born in Indiana.
Yeah.
Because that's all we have.
That's it.
It's all we have.
Corn.
Larry
No.
Bird.
What else do we have?
Indiana Beach.
There's more than corn in Indiana.
I think that closed down for a while.
Did it really?
I think so.
Oh, we went there in like
I think it got
grade.
like
I
new
fingered a girl
ownership
on the
or
back
some
of the bus.
bullshit.
No, I think
It's done. There is no more Indiana Beach.
Damn, dog.
Ha! Indiana!
I was like,
the next bullet collision that's happening in Indiana is going to be a 9mm versus 45.
I say we go all the way to incendiary versus incendiary.
Oh, we're going to do all.
Okay.
social media training. You're like,
you obviously haven't been PR trained.
All right, I'm going to put this out there just because it's a stupid idea that I just thought of, and I'm using my 13-year-old brain right now, but B, because I think it would be cool. Like actually for
Where are you gonna
YouTube.
stick your dick in?
Well, different 13-year-old brain.
Wait,
so,
Thank God you said brain at the end of that.
oh, Jesus Christ.
Instead of boy.
So 2 hollow points.
Yeah.
Both with the tip filled with binaries. Impacting.
That's probably too fast for it to activate.
Like a rifle hollow
No,
point?
there is no too fast. You can be too slow to activate, but you can't be too fast.
That's what I've told.
It'll be too insignificant of an amount to be detectable from the impact flash.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Well, don't you?
Because are you talking about like a rifle hollow point?
No, like a pistol hollow point.
You think those 2 speeds will add up enough?
Well, I mean, you're talking about. I mean, not to be a fucking like a.
Do you double or you quadruple them when they're direct impacts?
Double.
It depends if it's momentum or kinetic energy that it requires, and I don't know the answer to
I thought
that.
it was velocity.
Well, right, but when you're adding 2 speeds in an impact, it's either the velocity is squared or it's just doubled.
Shit, I'm not smart enough for that. I was thinking it was. I
got
wasn't
a C in 9th grade physics.
I'm like, not to be a pretentious asshole, but this is literally Einstein's theory of relativity. So if you need 2,000 feet per second to activate, if you had 2 different pistol cartridges that are going at 1,200 feet per second, you're at 2,400 if you double it.
Correct.
So it doesn't really matter if you double or square it. It'll.
Is that
do we actually want to go into depth on this?
Yeah, it literally is that. Yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
look
the
at
audience
that.
is coming right now.
Man, look
They
at
love
that
this shit.
audience.
So this
Everybody's reversing it. They're like,
people
wait a
really
minute.
like math right now?
So
or
like 60 mile per hour
just
car
drugs?
plus 60 mile per hour car does not equal 1 car at 120. Because
No, it should be 240, right?
No, they cancel out.
No,
It's the
you-
same thing when you like shoot a soccer ball.
if you're
off the back
talking
of a
about
truck.
overall kinetic energy, you have to square the velocity. So it's either 60 mile per hour squared or 120 squared. And 120 squared is always going to be more than 260 squared. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
So that's what we're talking about with 2 bullets. So, but that's the chemistry with binary explosives. Is it the kinetic energy that sets it off? That's where they pull the velocity from, or is it just mass and velocity from momentum?
Either way,
It has to be 4 grams at 1,200 feet per second, if I remember right.
Because Ironclad specifies that.
Yes.
Okay.
Either way, though, if you're talking about binaries that like the typical like tannerite or anything like that, you're talking about like 2,200 feet per second. If you're at 1,200 feet per second twice, you'll hit that limitation no matter what. Like
think so?
I would bet
I
money
think
on it.
I think he wants us to. Do it.
I don't. So
You guys are welcome for that idea.
Dude, I'm so like,
I heard 2 numbers like back to back, and my brain was like,
it's like that where I'm like, okay, well, back to cameras or business. Those are my 2 autisms. I'll handle these with pride.
This is what we.
And then you guys talk about that. I'm like, I'm retarded.
I feel like that would work. Though.
I build devices and machines. He does math, and then we try to use it to.
oh, one thing you didn't
I get
touch on
canceled.
with the high speed like footage that I remember we talked about like months ago when we first met or whatever is the amount of fucking data from like a half of a second long clip.
Yeah.
Isn't it like terabytes of footage? And you go through like 8 hours of footage to watch 1/2 of a second of some crazy shit.
I mean,
People don't
that was
realize
just like math extrapolation. So the 2512 camera, 1 shot, 7 seconds is 288 gigabytes. So over a 1/4 terabyte in 1 shot.
So for reference, an entire episode on one camera on this is usually about roughly 300 gigs per camera we run for. That is 1 second?
It's easy like math to
shot.
extrapolate too.
One
It's like
shot.
6 or 7 seconds.
Because if you think
The
60
porn on my computer.
God damn it. 60 frames a second versus 60,000 frames a second. You have a direct, like 1 second is that much more frames. Just fucking crazy.
Well, it's also raw. It's
Which is uncompressed data, which is fucking just
large,
very large.
very large.
Is anything on
he
like
goes
your
through and he trims down and he cuts a lot of that out. So what is a shot? So like what 10 microseconds is probably what, couple gigs.
I mean,
guessing.
that's hard to extrapolate. But like typically our rule of thumb is so like we film at 24 frames per second. That's our standard. So 24,000 is 1,000 times slower. We often film at 250,000. So that's like 10,000 times slower than normal. So if you record for 1 second, it's going to take you 10,000 seconds to watch that 1 second. So just imagine like the timeline that suddenly manifests in DaVinci Resolve when you drag one clip.
So
in.
you're scrubbing for a little while.
Well,
Yes, Eli.
Yes, sir.
Why are you filming at 24 frames a second?
It's more cinematic to my eyeball.
To yours.
To my eyeball.
Statistically speaking, the audience likes 30 frames per second.
Who does?
Like a general, the audience likes it more than 24. Because then you differentiate movie to more household feeling. I know this shit. I've done research on it.
I think they're going to fight.
I know. We're going to make out.
They had a conversation.
Tell me about your
earlier
data.
before you started recording. And yeah, it was
It's
all,
literally,
it was
I
all
did
about
research on
cameras.
it.
But would that change the amount of like
I won't tolerate it.
set in, set out?
No.
Like,
Bring back
or not
cum.
set in,
60 people don't like 60 for sports.
No.
They don't like 60.
It's just how quickly the high speed would play back, basically. So it'd be like 80% of 30 frames per second is 24. So that's the only thing it would change. It'd be played back a little bit more smoothly and quickly.
I love this because it gets to show the audience how when you're in your field and you're like, I love this field and this is how we turn it into a career. It is to that level of degree of what you're studying. It's like, here is 24 to 30 and why
you have to pick your advantages because 30 frames per second is a lot more like home feeling, home video, TV, broadcast feeling, and 24 to me is more cinematic. I
think they're gonna
feeling.
fuck, to be
That's
honest.
why I stick with it because we're more about
like
spectacle and less about like.
I love this stuff.
So
Brandon, talk about guns. Talk about guns, Brandon. We can go about all that.
So it reminds me because you were like you're choosing like your expertise and your field of expertise in that sense. What I text the group chat the other day.
Which one?
Where I was talking about like, oh God, I would just realize that autism is just like the offenders. Where it's like I get to pick my special interest, but God picks the offset.
Literally.
Like, oh fuck yeah, I'm super into guns or cameras or this, but I just like can't make eye contact or talk to girls.
Oh, can I get one?
What? Oh, do you not have a superpower?
Superpowers last time.
Wait,
I figured you were already like the fucking.
I mean, mine's obvious, but like
I figured you were just like a Targaryen from Game of Thrones, like you just can't be burned.
Okay, can you pick something that I understand?
No, you got to pick your superpower.
Oh, I have to pick my superpower?
You both get to
pick
pick
the
one, and we get to
superpower.
pick the offset.
Okay.
Welcome to the Offenders. They know how it's played, and so do all of you. And so, unless one of you
cannot
weirdos
be blown
just-
up.
I can't see that.
It's a shitty superhero. Just
I can just pick any.
oh no, we're in the middle of you.
We got anti-IED man.
That's right. You'd be just walking around.
You'd be great at clearing minefields. Just go for a casual stroll in sub-Saharan Africa.
He's in very high demand in Ukraine and Ireland.
Pop.
I think Russia already has that. And they just call it extra bodies.
They call it felons.
Let's see. Okay, so honestly, the one that I would actually want, and I hate that you guys are gonna ruin it for me.
You're gonna get so roasted.
I would fucking love teleportation.
Who has that?
Yeah, somebody
Demo.
had that.
Demoranch. Oh, he's just got to kill a kitten every time he does it. Yeah.
It took like
Oh, can I get that one?
Every time you
That's not even his power. He just wants to kill kittens.
So I have to pick a different one?
Yes.
every time you teleport, your clothes don't follow you.
I mean, that's a given.
That's the lightest.
fine.
Trust me,
Yeah,
that
I would
is. Wait till you hear the offsets.
Connor's over here. Teleport me to the Miss America dressing room.
slap, 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 slap.
Helicopter. I like all guys know that movement you have to do.
I was just going to
Finding
say
a
that
power-
looks practiced.
Oh, it is.
I didn't know I couldn't pick one that somebody else picked. That makes it way more.
I know it took me like 30 fucking minutes to pick one that nobody else had picked because there are like
We're getting there. We
35
might have to start
powers.
repeating, and we just
It's got to be super specific. Like my baking skills are pretty good. Like there's just too many things already picked.
I'm a decent cook. Cool.
The downside is you actually suck.
You're starting to run into the Marvel problem.
Okay, hang on. I have one formulated.
No pressure.
Great. Okay. Okay, how about this? I get
10.
like a spider sense.
Okay.
Spider sense.
Unique. Wow.
No. No, I'm gonna specify it here real quick.
When there's
I have
children nearby.
Spider.
That's the downside. It's
I
only
wasn't
with
done.
Sandusky man.
Children are
Hold
nearby.
on, you went from Ohio. Okay. While trying to figure out a problem or a solution, I get a spider sense of whether I'm going hot or cold.
Oh, that's a really good. I like that. If it's right, he's like, this is right. Oh, that's wrong.
So that's just called being smart.
But you don't know if
you
it's
got
the
sense.
opposite.
So it just vibes. You want your superpower to be vibes.
I want good vibes.
You're like,
you tapestry having hoe.
I don't know. That's what you're.
Astrology's real if you're willing to fuck me.
Anyways.
Yeah, I believe in the rock. Are we going to bed?
Okay, we got to get this offset from this.
From the just general sensation of whether or not you're right or wrong.
Imagine if it's actually really cool in paper on a
But
comic
mine's
book
going to be
anime.
solidified. Like mine would actually be whether or not I'm right or wrong.
Okay, so like hot, cold, but about facts.
But yeah, his is always like this, like, or if somebody says something, it can be also like, oh,
knowledge. He just wants a little bit of journey.
I just want a little.
Okay. So if he listens,
I still have to try.
1 out of 4 times, it's completely opposite.
That's kind of what I said a second ago.
I didn't see that.
I
Sorry.
didn't fucking take that.
You take that?
Gee, I was more incorrect than that I am right now.
Actually, let's do the 1 to 4 is pretty good. Because that is like
5% success.
I mean, that's
rate.
pretty good.
But that's
but you have
hilarious
the confidence of
dude,
it. You're like, should I turn left? Off a cliff.
Cut the red wire. Yep.
Tiny guns too. Fuck.
That's actually a really good offset. 1 to 4, like 1 to 4 is just
1 to 4.
It's just enough for you to have full confidence.
And no one trusts you because of it, though. Because none of us are going to be around.
Know that it's 1 to 4?
No.
Well, I mean, yeah,
you'll figure it out
eventually.
But yeah,
Because my spidey senses should
start
to tell me.
It's just you get 1 to 4 because anytime we're never going to trust you, the other offenders, and then you're not going to trust yourself on key important situations where a bomb or if you can take the
boldest claims.
Yeah, because are you going to take the shot? And your head is like, yes, you'll take the shot, and you're like.
But 25% chance.
I've got an alternative one. Yes. You're just massively narcoleptic. So like we're all relying on you to like make an important decision. Like I know the answer.
Dude, I really like. I like 25% is just fucked.
Completely.
This needs to be a
wrong.
Pepperbox exclusive. A video on this kind of stuff.
Well, we're trying to get Papa Meat Canyon to animate an entire.
I think I would still take it.
Yeah,
you have to. You chose.
You have to.
You don't get a choice
That's your
in
destiny.
this. That was that 25% is
you're
wrong.
telling me that I should change it.
Yeah, exactly.
25% chance. That's a bad idea.
50% of the
All right,
time.
well,
it
I'm
works
getting
every
told
time.
I should get more beer while I listen to Bryce come up with.
Dude, I love that is a really good fucking superpower because no one trusts. Even yourself, you're like.
That's well. I feel like
25 seems like a lot when you're back.
I was gonna say
exactly. You're gambling with you're gambling with humans.
And then the gambler's fallacy. The people say that like a coin flip or whatever. So if it's 50% chance every time, it's not that every 4th time you're wrong. There's just always a 25%.
There could be 10 times in a row you're wrong,
right?
Despite how
or 10
unlikely
times
that
in a row
is.
you're right. And if you're like. Nailing it on the stock market, you're making crazy fucking predictions. Everybody's going to put all of their faith in you, and then you're 100% in exactly the opposite way wrong.
Yeah. Don't worry, little girl. I got you. I'm going to blow her fucking head off.
Oh my God.
Like reverse Hawkeye powers?
Yeah.
Instead you just shoot the hostage.
Yeah, exactly.
Right between the eyes.
5% of the time when I go to the gun range, it's myself.
So what's your superpower?
I feel like anything to do with time's already been chosen, right?
What do you mean?
I don't think so.
Like
actually.
time control. And I don't mean just like
freezing time. No one's actually chosen. How the fuck has no one chosen that?
I don't want the ability to freeze.
Yeah.
All right. Quicksilver? Jesus Christ. That guy's like the most OP guy.
No, because I was going to make Jesus Christ. I was going to make the offset to freezing time. You also get frozen in time. So you can just pause life whenever. That's cool. If you can't move around, it's fucking worthless.
Only your eyes die.
But how does he unpause it?
Everyone's stuck frozen forever. The first time I do it. No, that's not what I want. I don't want the ability.
God, he just kills everybody.
I don't want the ability to stop
the universe
time.
immediately.
I want the ability to, in any direction, modify time. So like indefinitely slow or speed up as much as I want. Like if I'm bored, speed it up. If a bullet's coming at me, slow it down until I decide what to do.
Adam Sandler was the
Oh, click.
So that.
Click, yeah.
Click, yeah.
Debates lasted 12 seconds.
But only to Bryce. Yeah,
That's what you want?
I think so.
The ability to speed up or
So
slow
you get
down
to
time
you get
at
to pick
will.
and choose, and it goes slow and fast.
I
You,
feel like I
you
need
have
to
to click remote.
Yeah, it's
Have you seen the movie?
Yeah, so it's the click remote.
Yeah.
But it's
I kind of like what click.
Yeah, that's a pretty good
just,
offset.
Can we just implement that?
Oh, when you actually
feel like-
fast forward it, just automatically fast forward.
yeah,
You have
you
no
don't
I
control.
feel it has cookies on. It knows what you prefer.
Yeah, it's an algorithm that learns.
Oh no.
so I've been.
Have you not seen Click?
I have. So if I've been slowing down time too often, it's just like you must want that right now. But it's like me in a boring lecture or something.
Yep.
Well, that would kind of suck. Me talking to Eli.
In 1 hour of your day, you have no control, and it gets to do whatever it wants.
The same hour of every day or a random hour?
Doesn't matter. It's just 1 hour each day.
It does
Time is
whatever
going to
it
go
wants.
really fast, slow down, last an eternity. Dude, you can do like 15 minutes. That would fucking suck. It's like, and time just like warps to slow.
It's like I'm
for
mowing the lawn. It's
15
like
minutes.
No, I got it. You
Uh-oh.
age normally through time.
Despite what I'm doing?
No, you
Right.
move through time at a normal rate, aging at your current, time frame. So hypothetically, the more you use this power, there could be a situation where you pause time to do something, and it's a second.
Yeah.
In everyone else's perspective,
aged like 8
but
minutes.
You've aged 8 minutes. let's
However
say,
long it took
or
me to figure that out.
So
Got it.
there's a hypothetical scenario wherein you, over the course of a week, just age 80 years and drop dead.
So we've merged Click and Interstellar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Time
kinda
dilation.
Interstellar.
Yeah.
Bryce,
Time dilation.
Bryce
It's
was
like-
suddenly near a black hole. Too bad. I'll take it.
That or it's
You
just,
still do it?
Hell yeah.
It's like, but we have an unsub where it's just like you have to have your wiener out holding it. To do it. You have to activate it by squeezing your dick, and this dick has to be lit by the sun. You're like, activate time speed.
Oh no, there's a mass shooter. Everyone look. Okay, the sun's out and go.
You squeeze it, you get but
and it only works immediately after you've came. So you have to like jerk off and come.
So there's just slow motion
I don't-
semen in the air.
the after show?
No.
This is
Welcome to the cum show. Balls stick to your thigh when it's hot outside. Speed.
Dude, I love that you have to squeeze your wiener when it's like out in direct sunlight. Man, stop!
Have we given him
And it makes a awooga sound.
Have we given him one?
No, because Brandon's really good at that.
Yeah, you gotta weigh in. You gotta
Oh,
weigh
I got to pick it, his offset.
Yeah,
for
you
that.
gotta weigh in.
So I've
controls
freedom
time.
to control the flow of time, whether I want to slow it down or speed it up, and I'm aware of that's happening around me. Like I'm not stuck in the time. My brain's still normal.
I've got like a little, what would you call it? Like a side quest offset. Like it's just an addition to whatever offset they picked.
I have to
You
go
can
find my
only-
dad every time.
You can only go fast, or you have to go fast during sex.
Dang it.
I had that thought.
It's me.
Like, wow, honey, 6 microseconds. That's better than yesterday.
You know what the most uncomfortable thing?
I didn't know that.
When you
Like, wow, you said I came too fast? That was fucking bold words for someone who didn't come at all.
Bryce is like, that's actually 4,900 frames. So
Like actually the literal point of sex. Sorry, you don't understand what's going on here.
it was slow motion, all eyes go on you automatically.
God made your fucking orgasm an afterthought. It's not my fault.
That'd be creepy. You like activate slow mo and all eyes just click
It's sort
on
of,
you.
sort of like in the Justice League when Superman's like,
yeah, exactly. You just
I'm
like,
like,
uncomfortable.
hello.
Just
That's
socially
fine.
awkward,
But
man.
everybody does it?
Yeah,
Socially awkward.
Yeah, that's socially awkward, man.
I know a lot of people with that offset.
I think the offset for that.
Brandon, I'm right here.
I'm doing this right now. I'm eating that name.
I do like the random hour out of the day. It does whatever it wants, whether I
Dude,
want
you
it
have
or
no
not.
control for fucking 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Hey, what if we regulate it like you guys did to me? 25% of the time,
It does the opposite.
it does the opposite of what you want.
Dude, that's just a
I
bad
like that.
offset.
So-
You're like,
so
you're
like-
gonna slow down
slow
time to
down a
save a
bullet.
little girl from getting hit.
Obliterated.
It just
But
hits her.
like you guys were telling
It hits her 100 times harder.
It's
I'm trying to stop a mass shooting and everyone dies instantly instead of not at all.
So you work for the Secret Service?
Yes.
Oh.
And we're done. That'd be a really good fucking video, though.
But if anybody wants a free Daniel defense, just say you want to commit an act.
Oh, jeez. Dude, I'm about to get so much birthday money.
God.
Yeah,
So what
birthday
is
card
Bryce's
from the
official
CIA with
offset?
$30,000 in it.
What's Bryce's official offset?
What are we doing?
We've had like
Sponsored by you,
What's the real one?
How are we deeming this? What's his
Official offset? Do we do that 25%?
I would say that every
one's
time you
pretty good.
use it in a situation where you want to, right?
Yeah.
You have to use it in a situation where you would want the opposite. So, like, for example, when you're on hold with customer service, time is now slowed down 1/100th or 1/1000th.
So he doesn't get a superpower.
Yeah.
Oh, he does, but he also gets an offset
So
for
I-
that fucking superpower.
So I never get to use it the way that
Right.
I
He
want
would,
it.
he would never get to use it then, though.
Well, you could choose to use it.
Yeah, it's your
You would
choice.
just the next time it happens, next time a situation where you don't want time to slow or speed
Oh, I
up.
see.
You
Got it.
save, you like stop everything, stop bullet, save a little girl, and you're like, I'm home, honey. She's like, well, thank God. And then time's like, whoa. You're like, no.
So the reality is you can save more people. You choose not to.
And the bullets just slowly
Come on!
I love that you're implying that you would want that to happen. The implication is you want it to happen faster and it just can't come soon enough.
You start going towards the bullet.
Leaning forward.
Okay, that's it. There's your offset. I love that one way more.
Dear God.
So I'm going to myself pretty darn quick, is what you're saying.
Well, I mean, you would say that on Pepperbox is what I'm saying.
All right, fair. I accept.
Holy fuck. Well, thank God you guys collided
Anyways.
bullets. That is how that tangent started to here, and now we're like
To me, myself in slow motion.
Yeah, we went from building network studios to
what is the next big piece of content you guys are like super looking forward to?
Well, we got one tomorrow.
Oh
yeah. I
Which you
actually
can
cover it.
Yeah,
This will be probably a couple weeks from now.
Oh yeah.
At least
This
a
will
few,
come out
I
a
would think.
little while. So by the time this video comes out, I will have already gotten the strike on the video we're going to film tomorrow.
You think so?
I don't think there's a 0% chance.
There's a
be honest.
non-insignificant chance.
Correct.
I
Yeah.
don't know if y'all watch the news, but something fairly significant
Something kind of
happened the other day.
uncool happened.
3 weeks. I mean, give them the date. It's
Today is the 17th of July.
Oh, way to flex the fucking.
it's
Oh, shut up. I was pointing it to myself. I was looking at it. Tells me the date.
oh right. It's like 2 days after somebody tried to assassinate a president.
Crazy.
Former
Or
president, I guess.
All alone? Now time to trim the old pubes.
Hey there, beach babe. Are you ready to soak up those summer vibes and get the perfect beach bod?
I don't have pants on.
Yeah, I noticed. Well, you're in luck, because our friends over at MANSCAPED.com have you covered from head to toe. With the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, they'll have you looking and feeling good this summer. Trust Manscaped to unlock the confidence you need to turn heads this summer season. Join the 10 million men who already trust Manscaped and use discount code UNSUB at checkout to get 20% off your order plus free shipping. Let's make this summer your smoothest one yet.
Keep your ear and nose as tidy as your hedges. With the Weed Whacker 2.0 ear and nose head trimmer, you'll be looking classy as ever.
The updated Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra groin and body hair trimmer got a summer makeover. It's waterproof now for all those times you need to shave your groin or body hair at a pool party.
So get 20% off plus free shipping using code UNSUB at manscaped.com. The summer sun is here to stay, so trust Manscaped to keep those pubes at bay.
But
Somebody tried to take out Trump, and as soon as I saw it, I was texting Ballistic Dummy Lab and Bryce. And I was like, "Hey, we got to do this." And then Bryce was like, "Nah, we are not fucking doing that. Like, there's no way."
And so
you posted an Instagram story, and I replied to it, and I was like, "Dude, I wanted to do this so bad." Bryce was like, "No," and then
I had already bought the gun. I had spent about $15,000 committing to this video by the time you saw that story. Like, I put out the story almost facetiously. Like, I just want to make sure that there's interest.
That means, because this should be the first one that goes up. 50, well, actually, you were probably 17 to 18 grand total money put up to get the episode done.
Been muted.
Yes.
We're 2 to 3 getting out here.
The mic was, hold on, the mic was muted?
No, I'm ready.
Bud.
Yeah, I'm
okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I got fucking scared for a second too. Like,
I saw that second channel.
Yeah, no, that's it's only on his. That's what our fours are based off of the 1, 2, 3.
Adam talk.
Oh, okay.
Singles.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah, cool. Thank God.
So you're just recording a second track of silence right now.
Second track. What do you mean?
I think the second track is
Yeah,
live. It's just
track
on
2.
0 gain. And
But, sorry,
nothing
what's
plugged
that?
in.
Turn that one on.
So you are currently like 17 to 18 grand deep in this video.
Something like that, yeah.
And then I think it cost us like $3,000 to get out here. So there's like over
There's dollars involved.
Yeah. People are like, you make so much money on YouTube. It's like, well, we gross so much money on YouTube.
Let's talk about how
Net
much
is
we
a little
gross.
different.
It's not
We've
much.
got like $3,000. It's not even our video, but this is going to be, this is history.
Content
They
creation costs
tried
money.
to assassinate a former and currently running president.
And then a day
I'm
later,
getting involved in that fucking video.
oh, thank God you ended it that way. Like, I'm getting involved. Like, oh God.
I could have stopped it.
Would you have maybe done something when people reported that there was a fucking loser kid climbing on the roof of a nearby building with a rifle?
No.
Yeah, they'd be like, hey,
Would it have been the...
I already know the thumbnail. It's going to be, I could have stopped it with a word box coming out of him.
Dude, I was on vacation, and then in our group text, Cody posted that picture, and it's the one of Trump pumping his fucking fist with the American flag in the background, blood splashed on his face. And I thought it was just like some AI generated whatever, and I was like, that's kind of fucking gay. And then,
reaction to the Time photo of the year?
Yeah. Because I genuinely thought it was like AI. I thought it was like this pic goes so hard. Okay, bud. And then
That's how we know AI has been going too far.
Yeah.
Found out the story, and holy shit.
So obviously with my connection to politics, like my phone, and when I'm saying my phone exploded, my phone exploded. I had like 30 fucking people text me within like 5 minutes.
it's still here.
That's a new one.
I know about
All right, listen here.
Brandon went. He's like, why is my phone going off?
Pop.
Oh,
But anyway, you have access to rockets? Rockets?
yeah, like nugget rockets.
Like, what's rocket?
What is their MOS is Patriot Missile Control Launcher, something or others.
So, like missiles.
Yes, like the military is going to have to clear us to go to the base to do the whole shit.
I'll be a bystander. I don't need to be in the video if you don't want. I just want to hang out.
Brandon, I don't know if you know about this guy in high explosives, but
Hey, missile is different than rocket.
Listen, I think we might have to write this guy off. Fucking smiling friends.
I don't like anything that's going on over here. I'm moving over here.
We just talk about cameras. You don't want to be over
We
here.
might just have to cut our losses.
No, so it would be.
where are you doing that?
An undisclosed location in Indiana.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, it would be.
He's like, what's your parents' address?
one.
Oh, dear.
What?
I said after your comment where you were mad at me, I was like, what's your parents' address?
No, it would be one of a few bases. There's a few. I don't really want to get too deep into it because it may not happen. There's a lot of red tape in between. Like, I'm not saying we are cleared to do it. I am in talks of actually getting from both the launcher site and the impact site. I have not found an A10 impact site though. So if any of you lovely people,
A10 impact
starting now.
because they're kind of phasing them out. So like before they go, like
Which they don't need to.
Are they seriously phasing out the A10s?
The government does dumb shit where like it's not effective, and everyone that's in the military is like, no.
Well,
we should keep that little
you have
guy.
a near peer though.
I'm gonna say everything I've heard is based on the fact that in all likelihood
There's a
we'll
reason
go to war
the-
with China or Russia, and we
So
don't.
there's
have
the
to worry
reason
about
the M2's been
we
around for so
dogfights.
long.
They're gonna send them all to you.
Probably.
I can't wait to see the combat footage, though.
I mean, it would make the most sense if you're done with them.
8-10 go.
Give us a couple.
That won't happen for about 5 years or so. So yeah, we'll probably send them to the active Ukraine war zone.
20-year GY.
I still like it. Reminds me, it's a tale as old as time. If you actually read history, like this shit happens all the time. Like you have the first battle at Manassas, or a first Bull Run, depending on what part of the country you're in. You have people that were on the hill, like literally coming out from their homes in the town to go watch the war. They literally walked out like with picnic baskets and shit. They like would all just like sit on the countryside and just watch the battle happen.
Honey, let's go watch the Civil War.
Oh, Civil War.
Because
I've read about that.
They legitimately thought, it was 1861. They legitimately thought like, oh, this will be over in a month or two. They didn't realize it would be like the 4 darkest years of American history. But yeah, straight up, like they were just walking out like, no, well, we'll see what happens.
I mean, if you think of how a civil war would actually play out, even now, you would have people that would just not get involved, states that would just be like, nope, depending on where. It's like the movie Civil War, and how I loved how they did that, because they were like,
I hated the end. The end was so garbage.
Is it worth watching?
Oh, dude, definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Really?
I liked it.
I'll say
it's apolitical. There's no politics in it. It's just showing when you're looking at war and how it plays out and the sounds and everything, it is fucking perfection on how combat is.
Really?
I told you guys, I think.
Kinda.
In combat?
Tell the combat veteran about what
combat. Well, listen here, non-Medal of Honor winner. Because I know you're gonna. I know you're gonna agree with me. Is why I say it. I know you'll agree, because it was the end scene where they have journalists in the stack.
Oh, 100%. Fucking, that is the one thing you're like. Team's gonna be like, come on, journalists.
They're like, let's get in here. You're talking about tip of the spear, tip of the spear. You're going after the fucking president. And they're like, third guy in the stack, journalist, go.
Never gonna happen.
Press.
Now with
clear that corner.
Now when it is,
I can tell a real story about that.
Well. So what's fucking crazy is how they do combat when they're getting closer to DC. Is you have the tracers and the rounds kicking off in the background. It's nighttime, and the journalists are like, oh shit, we're going there. This is terrifying. And nervous, and then I told Sav, I was like, holy shit, that is perfection. You see the tracers kicking off in the background, you have the explosions, you have gunfire, and then you're just like, man, I slept with that. That was my peacetime. Like, I get to watch that, but I'm going to bed, so it's in the background. So comforting. And I watched it, I was like,
that's your white noise.
Yeah, it literally was.
I was gonna bring. I have to go pee pee, but I was about to ask you, right, and then you brought that up again on the 4th of July. I remember everything was going off, and I asked you, I was like, are you okay with all the shit? And weirdly, I was not expecting this to be your answer, but you were like, I love this.
Because it is my piece. Like, I got so used to that. It's explosions, everything going off, but it's like, you get close, but it's like in the distance too. When you hear it in the distance, it's the fight's not here. The fight's not with me or my guys. There's another fight going on, so you
can tell by the EQ mapping by the distance if it's a problem or not.
Yes, really quickly. So it is that decompression. You're like, and your body gets so used to, I think, hypervigilance, because that is instilled and you can't turn it off with the brain. It is okay. Hypervigilance, everything's really tight, but when you know it's going off like 100 to 500 to 1,000 yards, meters away, you're like, oh, hypervigilance is turned off. A little, it's nulled down, and you're like, "Oh, I'm good." Hey, it's over there.
Silence is scary, but distant warfare
dude,
is peaceful.
You're just like,
that's what. Yeah, because then I brought up after that
is interesting.
There are like 4 or 5 hour long videos on YouTube where it's like distant warfare to fall asleep to.
Yeah.
And I never you told me that they're like this. I was like, I could sleep to that and 100% be
it's just like
I just don't like when they
cracking off in the distance and like distant explosions.
I don't like when they title it America 2026. That's not awesome.
It was a fucking surreal.
Do you want to hear a story about journalists on the front stack?
I think we would love that story.
So I was in Africa.
The crazy ass story.
I was
finding some new house cleaners.
I was a team chief of a psychological operations element.
That one almost got me.
And I was attached to a joint operation that was evacuating an embassy. I'm not going to get into where and whatever, but this whole joint operation.
Sounds like it would have been a big one.
So we're doing this whole.
God only knows which one that could have been.
So I'm an E5, right? So I'm an NCO, so I'm in charge of a couple guys. Should I explain like rank structure?
E5, you're in charge of a team. That's like your
like. Should I break it down or should I just get through it?
No, you can give a little breakdown.
Okay. So I'm an E5. I got 2 guys below me because the PSYOP rolls in 3-man teams. But I'm sitting in the command center of the 101st Airborne. And if you don't know what the 101st Airborne is, I mean, that was D-Day, right? Did they do D-Day?
1 or 2 movies have been made about it.
Yes, quite a few. So I am talking with the commander of this element because they're the ones that we're moving with, we're getting on the plane with. And then I get assigned somebody from the Air Force who is combat camera. So combat camera is journalists for the Air Force. That's what they are.
Cameraman never dies.
And you should never treat them any differently. Oh, they do.
Are you yeah, I was going to say, like, they...
those ones do.
They 100% can.
So they're journalists. And so I get
next test on Ballistic Highspeed.
so I get a basically.
Can you kill journalists?
Is Bryce bulletproof?
They're like, hey, like this guy's now with you because you're the joint element. Because Army and Air Force often work together better than like with Navy and Marines, because Navy and Marines often work together. We've got everybody in here. We got PJs, all these motherfuckers. So I'm in this meeting. It's all the captains, the majors. There's a lieutenant colonel in here. It's lieutenants. I'm probably the lowest ranked dude in this room. And he's going through. He's like, all right. He's like, we're. I don't know. Should I go? Yeah, it'll be all right. Whatever. So they're like, we're gonna.
I've had these. Trust me.
I love it when they.
I'm like, is this a war crime or not a war crime?
No,
I love it. It's not a war crime. I love it when to my infantry buddies. That's probably a bad metric.
Just so many of your guys.
Further record, this is a hypothetical story. It didn't actually happen. He's just telling it. Africa doesn't exist. No one can prove it. I've never seen it in real life.
When the answer to OPSEC is fuck it, I'm fucking on board.
So we're gonna get in country. We're gonna commandeer vehicles, and then we're going to move to the embassy to secure the location, which means we're taking the airstrip. Because then you're commandeering all of the vehicles on the airstrip. And then we are moving inland, and we are securing our embassy because there is a military coup that is happening, and our embassy is being shot at, and our people can't leave. So the Marines are securing the outer perimeter, and we are coming to reinforce them to get everybody out of Dodge.
The undisclosed embassy that nobody could put together.
Nobody can Google.
So
which one we're talking about.
Yeah.
So we're going through this whole deal, and then I get told that this combat camera guy is now with me. And he's a staff sergeant. I'm a sergeant. And I was like, fuck, now I got this dude that like thinks he's going to outrank me. So I tell my major, I'm like, hey, I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this guy? And he's like, nah, dude, he's an Air Force staff sergeant. It's like an E3 Army. And I was like, oh, all right, so fuck him. so
he respects cameramen, obviously.
No, I respect rank. He ain't got it. So we're going through this meeting with these 101st guys, and we're going through the actual, like, where are we developing the CCP, the casualty collection points? Like, we start taking casualties, like, where am I dragging bodies? Where are we setting up machine gun nests? And then I'm coordinating the PSYOP part, so it's like, where am I getting loudspeakers? Because if radios go down, I have loudspeakers, so now the commander can talk to that guy. Like, we're doing this whole fucking battle plan. And this combat camera guy, he's like, hey, he's like, and when this is all going on, he's like, I need to be like with whoever's the front moving element. He's like, I have to document this. And I didn't know what to do because I didn't think he was going to fucking talk. And so I'm just sitting there, and the commander that I'm working under from the 101st has the whole tower. SF, Ranger, Sapper, Airborne, and then he's got the one that you think is under there.
Oh, okay.
Got them all.
He got the knife.
Chest candy for days. I think he's been in school the whole time that he's been in the military. Like, it's dude stacked up. And he looks at him, he goes, that is not where you're going to be. Where are you going to be? And then he didn't know what to do. And I was like, sir, I was like, he's going to be with me. I was like, we're going to lock down at the CCP. That way, my loudspeaker, if you need communications, I was like, we're going to be back here. Trust me. Like, he's like, no, he's like, I was, you are not going to the front of this point. But his training was you have to get yourself to the front. And I was like, dude,
but in relation,
gonna get killed.
That's insane.
In relation to the movie Civil War, though, like
he just wanted to document. That's
their job. So
yes, in relation to the movie, like that's at least a guy who was in the U.S. military hierarchy. These are just rando fucking independent journalists.
Well, you can wear the press vest as long as both sides obey the Geneva Convention.
Oh,
but not only
do that.
Yes. I've heard many stories of the Geneva Convention being obeyed,
especially
by
when
countries that aren't the United States.
Especially when they're losing, they're really good at it.
So we go.
They make great one man.
So we go through this whole thing.
God, they don't mention.
I'll wrap this story up now. But so they do get this this mentality of, because that is where the action is happening. So that is like where they naturally think they want to be and need to be.
For me.
So we go through this whole thing. We finally develop a battle plan. Everybody knows where they're going to the sea. We've made contact with the Marines. We're doing all this stuff. We're loaded up on the bird and waiting for takeoff. And then this guy comes up on the ramp. And it's the crew chief. I probably got that wrong. It's the guy that's in charge of whether or not you're on this fucking plane. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he goes, hey, who's PSYOP? And I turned to my guys. I was like, did he say PSYOP? Nobody talks about us. He was like, who the fuck is PSYOP? And I was like, God. Yeah, right here. And he was like, get the fuck off the plane. And I was like, no, sir. I was like, there's a riot. We're doing this whole riot control deal. He's like, no. He's like, get the fuck off the plane. The ambassador doesn't want you in the country. I was like, cool. Mm-hmm. I was like, me? I was like, there's a riot. He's like, I don't give a fuck. He's like, you're off the plane. He's like, we have to take off like now. So we grab our gear, and as we're walking off, all these 101st dudes are like, boo, you fucking suck. Me and my dudes, tail between our legs, fucking walk off this plane.
That's so military.
And then the boo! Bitches, get out of here! Exactly! So then the door goes up, and there they fucking go. So then I go back to where we're, like, all of our people are at, and my major's in there, and I walk through the door, and he's like, you missed that plane. I'm going to bury you in this fucking country. And I was like, no, sir. I said, Ambo threw me out of country. So I got thrown out of the country.
That's
damn.
So,
goddamn.
Goes forward. That whole mission goes. You can look it up online, whatever you want with that information. So all those dudes that go on this mission, they wind up just doing their thing and nothing special happens. I get called to this congregation where the 2-star general that's in charge of the entire area of operations is giving an award ceremony. And I get called up. And I get served a Joint Service Achievement Medal for all of my efforts in coordinating the joint operation that was in charge of the liberation of... And I have won. I got thrown off the fucking plane.
I'm just imagining... I'm imagining like...
You're like, boo.
I'm imagining the PTSD fucking lockdown, like you just like kind of like shaking and like over your shoulder there's a ghost like, get the fuck off the plane.
And then you have a 2-star shaking and it's like, sorry, amazing job at what you consolidated and did out there on the field of battle. And you're like,
they called you in to play the Barney theme over loudspeaker, and they told you couldn't do it.
Oh, dude, I had a story about him in Somalia. It's
here's
Barney?
one.
What? No, the general.
Quick story I've never told before. My buddy stole...
All right, I'm waiting for the fucking AI generated Barney in Somalia.
Yeah. just running, clearing doors, kicking in doors. So I asked one of my buddies, I just won't say names because I don't know how it's going to be taken. They were like, it's fine. No one died. I was like, okay, that's a good rule of thumb. I don't think so. We had to protect senators. So you had the Shia and Sunnis, and then we had to create a barrier because they fucking hated each other. Senators was a main highway in downtown Baghdad next to, what was it? I forget. Liberty. And you have in Manus MR, we are doing a op. So we're like, hey, we're just watching it because we have another team going through and clearing out south side for the Sunni area. So again, they hate each other. They would fucking fight. They would kill each other. So we put literal giant.
Man, they should just have a war and be done with it.
Dude, just giant barricades. You were talking about T-walls just down the highway to separate.
Which one of the nephews do you support? Answer correctly or I'll kill you.
Dude,
what kind of Sunni are you?
What kind of Sunni are you?
So it was literally just segregate. And then we're like, okay, just no one's allowed to cross senators. You can't run across. So we'll call him Steve. Got the information, and Steve and his team are very much Steve and his team. They're just, no one's allowed to cross. That's the only rule. So it's like, hey, just don't cross. You have to give them like, stop. So Steve sees 3 people trying to run across senators. So he gives a warning shot with a Mark 19 full automatic grenade launcher.
I'm pretty sure this is a story you distinctly said I was never going to tell on the podcast because I'm not sure.
So you just hear, dun, 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 dun. Boom, boom, boom. They run the opposite way really fucking fast. They do not cross senators.
Allegedly this happened.
We're like, what the fuck, Steve? He's like, what? They were crossing. What? A warning shot. I did. What gun did you use? Mark 19. Why?
Dude, they were crossing along Steve. I was like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. Steve went.
This reminds me of business. And it's the podcast fucking Steve will do it.
Dude, fucking did it. You just see like bombs go, like those hit, and those guys is like, you know, the trip fall because you're turning so fast to run back to where you're going. Yeah, they're like, like
the only recorded instance of a Mark 19 firing 4 times in a row before jamming.
Exactly. It's awesome. And those dudes fucking ran.
Because I've never seen them try to do jumping jacks. They get hot
We make that joke all the time, boxing, like doing cardio and shit like that. It's like, oh yeah, dude. No.
1, 2, 3. How are you up this cadence?
Think independently, you, Matt Best, and Logan all made that joke. Like, oh man, I remember them Arab jumping jacks.
Dude, it was a crazy time. God bless war. Right, Bryce?
Totally.
You just live in the
Can relate.
Some of the best and the worst times of your life.
I know. You'll love them, and then you remember how much you get paid, and you never do it again.
Yeah. It's not weird. It's not
bonus, though.
If that's $2,500 a month. You're like, bro, I'm getting $3 a day. It's called combat pay for almost dying.
If you are going to do it,
you can buy a Camaro.
28 APR.
If you are going to do it, go like Air Force Special Forces officer.
Yeah.
Do that.
Air Force. Or, what's the stateside one? Coast Guard.
Coast Guard.
Dude.
They do some real shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and they get paid very well.
Do you remember the one
fucking dude that ripped the submarine top off?
I was just thinking that.
Talk about the dude that ripped the submarine
that was the biggest enlistment boost to the fucking Coast Guard ever. Just womp, womp, womp.
Jumps on that sub, rips the door open. Well, I just saw a thing pretty recently. It was an interview with the Coast Guard guy, and I knew one guy in the Coast Guard a while back, and they regularly pick up, they go on these tours or whatever, which a lot of it's in the Pacific. I didn't realize the Coast Guard goes down to like almost like South America and shit. They'll like stop drug runs and stuff, and this is just shit I've heard. I might
just because it's South don't mean it's not America.
Amen, brother.
Stop drug runs.
Anywhere I can kill everybody.
Global superiority.
White people.
Try paying for most of NATO.
Yeah, I'm not white. I can say it. It's not racist if I say it.
Let's all acknowledge that we are on stolen Comanche land right now.
If you are protected by NATO, that means I own 95% of everything that you ever fucking stole.
Which the Comanche stole from the tribe who lived here before them. We're just better at war. Anyway, they would pick up like hundreds of No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad about
It's
that.
almost like all of human history is just a history of conquest.
It's just a group of people who take over a region by murdering people, and then that's just how it works.
I can't wait for aliens to show up and just do the exact same thing. We're all dead.
Which, I mean, to be fair, we all...
turn the atmosphere into fucking ricin.
We all just assume that's going to happen anyway. So, like, you know, hey.
Who's going to fuck one first? That's the real question.
An alien?
Yeah.
I volunteer.
You know what's going to happen.
I volunteer to do that.
I will put money on it's a viewer of the podcast.
I would put them on par with a Marine.
Yeah.
And a couple
tomato.
Yeah.
Because the Marine's also going to get sent there before when the one of your subscribers, that's a Marine.
I'm from Buenos Aires and I say fuck them all. And I
He's going to have that fucking 80-pound one that you have over there.
80-pound what?
80-pound what?
Yeah, not that little.
Oh, the knife.
Oh, the knife. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about a woman.
The twink?
I thought you were saying an alien. I was like, that's like a reasonable weight for an alien.
Seems right.
Yeah, she's probably athletic.
Oh.
But hundreds of kilos of cocaine, and I think they catalog them, and they would just dump them in the fucking ocean after they'll like catch these Colombian.
I mean, we do that with terrorists, so.
We quite literally did it with Bin Laden.
But we gave him a proper rap.
Dude, I hope they fucking played the national anthem. Chuck him off the side of the boat.
Did you see me?
They played the Toby Keith song, put a boot up. It's the American way.
No.
Put a boot up your ass.
What?
Rob O'Neill?
No.
The guy that is accredited with shooting?
Yeah, Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see his fucking tweet today?
No.
God.
Somebody just randomly tweeted about how Bin Laden was dead in the early time of the war in 2003.
What the fuck?
Dude, Rob retweeted it, and he said, really? Who's that? He goes, who was that guy I smoked getting out of Bin Laden's wife's bed then? I commented and I said, fucking crazy time on call. That's fucking crazy.
I really wish somebody would confirm the contents of his hard drive.
I just saw a thing this morning. It was like you can download Bin Laden's Animal Crossing Wild Word, or he'll fucking save file off the CIA database.
Because like he apparently loved karaoke, like fucking all sorts of shit.
There was that one really bad thumbnail.
Dance Revolution, all this shit.
I love that so much.
Nothing is better in my head than Bin Laden in a man dress doing DDR fucking play.
Love, shine. He was like 7'9" or some weird shit.
What?
Yeah, he was tall as fuck.
Yeah, he was a tall dude.
Oh, no
Like
wonder they made him a
6'10".
leader.
Yeah.
How tall
What
was
if
he?
you
Like
think about it?
6'4"?
Hang on, though. If you think about it with DDR, they do a lot of hand journaling stuff, which I feel like you could translate to, like, dude, he probably fucking slapped at that game. If you think about it.
The foot mat on his lap.
Yeah, they do like a lot of hand stuff. You could translate that.
I have the OG.
I bet he smashed DDR.
We can ask the Pakistani embassy.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Are you insinuating something?
I don't know. What was the fucking meme that came out at the time? Like, well, talk about a bad place to hide.
Oh my god.
Deep pull.
Man, I fucking love it. God bless war. What how you been? How goes the camera experience? You're over here just like watching your career. You're like,
shit,
is this gonna kill us?
here.
You're like, is this gonna kill me? What's going on? These guys are just.
I can only hope so.
How comes you like? What are you excited? That's up and coming, Mr. Bryce.
Well, we recently established a partnership with the company that uses Shimatsu high-speed cameras, which is really exciting. I am saying
Wait,
it.
holy fuck! You're a partnership with them?
I don't want to mean that as in like a. I don't say that in like a business partnership way, but like we have a relationship with them now. Like we're in talks, which is cool. I can say that. Yeah.
Wait for them to get that. I want to see their genuine reactions.
I don't think they
to sit down.
I don't know if they know what that means.
That's why I want them to sit down and be like, "Holy fuck!"
Can we do like a 15-second pause so I can go pee?
Okay,
You first.
Everyone go pee pees.
We will reset this.
Upstairs is a bathroom.
Dump your emotions.
Oh, is this? Okay.
We're gonna redo that. No, I brought you a gift.
Adam, are you okay?
Yes.
Do you have tiny PTSD from this?
Run.
I just love the amount of fucking beers here on the table.
Why has it got so much wood?
Why is all this in one piece?
Where's the bottom exhaust port?
Exactly.
Why are you unconscious?
Why is this?
Well, I think I'm the only one that got
Trout like that.
Why is this not tan and poorly fabricated?
Nobody caught the. Where's the bottom exhaust port?
Oh, we caught it.
Where's the
hole that goes boom?
Where's the hole that jets the fucking rocket fuel directly in your neck?
Pull the trigger.
Did you guys use this and then?
No, it actually wasn't. So the I think
He could
No,
have.
we used a different
Can he
one
be
in
in
Tiny
Tiny
Guns.
Guns 4 with that?
It
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Well, that's the purpose of
Oh,
Tiny
no,
Guns.
Well, depending
no,
on
I
what
think
we
you
do
had
for
10.
Tiny
We'll do a slow-mo shot of him going.
Yeah, the screen loaded.
Just like make this VFX really hard.
It's actually screen.
Just show the footage of it happening.
Yeah.
Oh,
And we gotta do this by hand and just fucking paint him out.
that I know that fucking unthreads because it pops off of my desk one all the time.
With yours happened about right here, right?
I mean, that would check out. Yeah.
On the non-existent part of the rocket.
I think you can take that back tube that doesn't exist off.
I don't know. I don't know what.
Where's the spring-loaded? Or was that only his?
Oh, there's.
They do a really good. Go Guns does a really good thing.
In reality, the rocket's supposed to move out the front.
I think you can.
I mean,
Wait, does that shoot?
Yeah.
I was fucking around with it at my computer the other day.
Does it actually strike the?
It blows up. You're unconscious again.
What did we do?
Rebirth.
What did we do?
You did.
Did you get it on high speed?
Like, no, we got it on Black Magic though.
No, fucking Bryce is over here like, God damn it.
At the beginning of the episode, you were talking about you didn't know when you like publicly announced it. Bryce, I'm sure it was you if you were running the channel when Adam was like knocked out.
Yeah, of course.
Posted a like on the YouTube social thing where
Like
it's
a
like
community post?
Yeah, community post. Thank you. And it was like Adam's doing good. You know, he's alive. Blah 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 blah. You know, because I remember opening my phone and I was like, man, Adam hasn't sent me a Snapchat in like 2 weeks. That's kind of weird. And then I opened my phone and I was like, what the fuck? And so I called him right after I saw that, and he was just getting out of the hospital.
Probably couldn't speak very well. Oh, you were getting out?
He was on his way. You were on your way back from
yeah,
the
we definitely
hospital.
gave it
Saying something
like
along the lines of like, it wasn't my war.
Brandon said that whole thing. Brandon's like, hey, we got this set up. I remember that.
Because we had been
I
talking
didn't
for a
know-
while.
Yeah. I didn't know you
Before
guys
that
at
even.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like all that shit went down, and then you wanted to. Oh yeah. Oh, dude, I don't know. Did we ever tell that story?
It's not your fault.
The accident was years ago.
Give me keys.
It's not your fault.
Give me keys.
Give it
I was going
What's Cody gonna say?
Oh, I see. God.
Robin Williams movie.
Damn.
Cody's gonna be so mad when I text him about that.
Dead Poet Society?
No,
Or fucking, what was
with
it?
Matt Damon.
Goodwill Hunting.
There you
Yes,
go. Yeah.
I was
the
going
one.
for that. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got mixed signals.
All right. Where were we?
Your
Yeah.
dude. This
Okay.
We're- guys, we're going autistic for a second. Buckle up.
I didn't know that we could do this, but apparently we can. And so Bryce is about to tell all y'all motherfuckers, kaboom.
Yeah.
You played a lot of
I ain't been
sports.
hit by
growing up.
enough of those, sir.
Listen,
Goddamn.
highly in the sports community. Click.
What we're about to do.
The camera.
Which one?
Bro, you started the story.
So, well, two cool things have happened with us. Vision Research really likes us. They make phantom cameras. Why do you always do this when I talk about cameras?
Stop getting nervous. Stop looking.
No,
Look at me.
I said wait till you
Oh, okay. So Vision Research really likes us. They make phantom cameras. So there's a cool chance that we might get to like test prototype high-speed cameras from Vision Research in the future, which is exciting. But then also the company, one of the sister companies to Shimatsu out of, I think it's
like
Japan.
the dog.
Yeah. The Shimatsu dog.
And bless you.
So, but it sounds like we might be able to get access to Shimatsu cameras as well as Shimatsu's newest cameras. That's the part I can't talk about very much. They're the cameras that can film 10 million plus frames per second.
Jesus Christ.
So this is like, if you've ever wanted to see how a shape...
Like an atom split? What
basically.
the fuck?
Yeah.
If you've ever wanted to see like nuclear fission or
literally.
How a shape charge actually inverts and converts into gas kind of thing, those are the cameras that'll do it. So we've been lucky enough to have conversations with these people, and it sounds like we might be able to get some of that technology on the channel. So we just need like really, really good ideas to execute on for that.
A gun shoots a single round, 84 minutes.
Yeah,
it's like
I'm gonna say something really fucking stupid right now, and I'll own the fact that I am a average intelligence human. That this probably sounds retarded, but like to be able to say anything, to be able to capture anything interesting on that frame rate, you would have to be very zoomed in to see it. Correct?
Yes, it has to either be hyper velocity and large, or normal, supersonic speeds, but extremely close. So like even think of like 3,000 round or 3,000 feet per second rounds, like like a 50 cal or something.
It would be moving slow as fuck.
It would basically stop. Yeah. So you would need, we would have to, like, one thing I want to examine is if we can get 2 incendiary 50 cal bullets to collide tip to tip like we did with the 45s, and watch how the incendiary material interacts with itself, basically causes the detonation. What does that look like on a chemical level?
Honestly, like, you might get a phone call from Raytheon at that point.
That's what I mean.
It's pretty fucking useful.
These are, so when I say like,
God damn it. Yeah.
So when I say 10 million frames per second plus, there's an emphasis on the plus.
The natural place to go with that. That's fucking crazy, though.
So this is like,
what would something like that run if you were to buy it, if it were available?
I don't think it is available. That's the problem. Yeah. So like, Vision Research's fastest Phantom right now is 1.75 million frames per second. That's $350,000. That's like what they're putting out right now. So I wouldn't be surprised, $500,000 to $1 million for one camera. I don't know. Like, they don't sell. If they do, I don't know what the number is. I don't know if Shimatsu sells individual cameras.
This is the level that Shimatsu cameras are at.
Oh, that. I see what you're talking about now.
Yeah. So if we can, we're still gonna try to get into that. We don't make money like that because this is the kind of people that do make money like that. So I made a contact. Oh my God, this is like actually kind of a crazy story. So I made a contact in Somalia, and then years go by, post deployment, all that stuff.
Somalia finally gets an iPhone.
No, you would drag me down a rabbit hole, sir.
A racist rabbit hole, sir. What? Why?
No,
racist rabbit hole.
I can tell you all about the prostitution. It gets crazy, but anyway.
So the AIDS capital of the world with not a condom in sight.
No, you're distracting.
I'm sorry, I'm
Shimatsu cameras.
Shimatsu cameras. So I made a contact in Somalia because we served together. We did a bunch of things over there. So we have like a bond. You understand how that works. When you do certain things with people, it's a bond for life.
See.
So this thing comes about. Ballistic Highspeed, where we have
nonsense.
We had kind of
ball sack low speed.
Yes, whatever. Because we got into it with like, the first video was like shooting a 50 API through a head, but then like we were like blowing up fruit, we're shooting light bulbs, we're like doing all this like really fun YouTube stuff.
No need to make it a hate crime.
But
look at this.
My joke was going to be, what do you mean I wasn't there?
I like that. God, we're terrible humans. All of us made the exact same one.
We're very predictable.
Yeah.
Bryce starts.
AI's going to have a great time just generating podcast scripts.
But then Bryce starts teaching me about like how frame rates work and how that works out into math calculations. Like I don't understand them, but I understood the grasp that like this is like really high level shit. And I was like, okay, so like DOD level. And I worked DOD level through PSYOP. We bid contracts, do all sorts of shit like that. So I was like, okay, I was like, well, how do we get involved in that? So I start looking into it, and then my old Somalia contact comes in, and he was like, yeah, he's like, I actually have a guy that works in a research facility, and I think you guys could really help each other out. So he gets an email chained together, and I get this email back from this guy, and he's like, I don't really know what you could do for me. I can already record like...
Well, we got on a phone call, didn't we? Or was
it
just
the email was first, because remember, we didn't understand why he put the numbers that he did. I was like, I think he meant 100,000 frames per second, which means we're good, because the 7-Eleven could technically do 1 million, so we could like try to like upsell it, like do a bunch of stuff.
280p.
So we get this,
yeah, it's like
so
2
we
by
get
2
this guy on the phone,
64p.
and we're like, hey, like this is what we do. And he was like, first of all, he's like, who knows X? And I was like, well, that's me. And he's like, where do you know X from? And I was like, well, I was in Somalia.
Well, Elon owns it now. But.
Yeah, well, yeah, no. I was like, I was in Somalia with him, and he was like, okay. He's like, he basically just said like, I'm only taking this phone call because you were in Somalia with X. He's like, I don't know what you think you can do for me. And so we were like, okay. So we started talking to the guy, and I was like, hey, Bryce, I was like, you're going to kind of have to take this one because, you know, obviously.
I wish we didn't take this phone call.
I kind of, yeah. I was like,
So-
you're going to need to take this phone call because it needs numbers and figures and frame rates.
So I
and
proceed to take over. And so the Phantom V2512 is a very, very, very highly regarded high-speed camera.
That's
in the industry.
that's the big one that we use. If you're
It's
from
very well known for ballistics and explosives recording and all that stuff. So I proceeded to tell him about how, you know, we're owner operators of this equipment. You know, we can capture this, this, and this, you know, sub nanosecond exposure times, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, we have like 10 Shimatsus. And I'm like, okay, so have a good day and talk to you never.
So when he said that, we were like,
yeah.
Wait, what? He was like, yeah. He's like, this is why he's like, I don't really understood. Like, he was like, I don't think he was trying to be a dick. It was just like, he was just very straightforward.
It's like if somebody reached out to us, they're like, we can help you reach more people on Instagram.
Right. Yeah.
Like, cool.
I can help you gain 5,000 more followers tomorrow. I was like, you have 32 followers, dude.
So then
I don't know why I did
do
that.
you know how to
accent.
succeed on YouTube? It's like,
So then
I think I do.
So we start getting back into this conversation with this guy, and he's like, yeah, he's like, so we have this testing facility where it's an indoor Abrams main battle tank testing facility.
Damn.
And he's like, I have 8 Shimatsus hung across the ceiling. He's like, I can track the Abrams main battle tank from muzzle to target.
I hear the indoor Abrams are much better behaved than the outdoor Abrams.
Yes.
I heard laboratory, and I was like, are they jeans places?
Imagine, like, you know, the behind the scenes, the Matrix stuff where there's all these cameras strung around when Neo's dodging the bullets.
They do the fucking bullet time where they've got like 80 cameras lined up.
Yes, it's like that, but each of those is a $250,000 camera, basically, for an Abrams tank indoors. And I'm like, hey, I have one camera that can do 1/10 of what one of those could do.
So what ended the conversation was he said, yeah, he's like, and if I need another Shimatsu, he's like, I just roll it into next quarter budget and we just buy it. That's the current one. How's hyped right now? Well, sir, appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. And that was a fucking wrap, dude. We were like so embarrassed. So then we left kind of like with like,
I was like, I guess we'll go back to shooting watermelons.
like we're
and
not
light
that
bulbs.
cool. And then
That's why I always laugh. Like people are like, dude, I got an idea that like fucking like the military industrial complex hasn't figured out yet. I'm like, no, you don't.
Yeah, no.
Like,
no, you don't.
They are researching shit that is 3 decades ahead of what the public knows about. Like you're
watermelons
fucking
at a frame rate you wouldn't fucking believe.
10 trillion.
They have an Abrams watermelon.
They have seen light stop. I don't think you have anything that they need.
That was the point. We were like, okay, so like
they have a heat death of the universe button.
back to YouTube, I guess. And then we realized that we did get a phone conversation with somebody of that caliber. Granted, it was just because I did deploy with the guy, whatever. But I mean, it was hour-long conversation. So it wasn't like he was just immediately like, yeah, thank you guys.
So this story was just a, hey, Kevin.
So then we were like, okay, so like maybe not DOD level. And then that's what was like, okay, but we could hit up like ammo manufacturers.
We've been pretty,
and so we do a bunch of stuff off the channel. Like, hey, I'm developing this new ammunition. Like, I want to see what it looks like coming out of the barrel.
Like pre-NIJ stuff.
Now
we've been getting involved with, which is pretty cool. So
so like before you go to your NIJ certification, you know.
Or like if you're like more recently, we had a guy send us some.
Which do you want to quickly say what NIJ is? Like for
the National Institute of Justice, right?
Yeah, for like bulletproof things like that. Like when you do like the level 3, level 3A, level 4, like that's NIJ.
Yeah. So if they don't want to spend this much money getting it actually established for NIJ standards, they can send it to us for some preemptive, high-speed stuff, so they can see what's happening on impact, what's happening out of the barrel, all that stuff.
So they could cut out like 2 steps of their R&D to make their NIJ race.
So like a guy sent us some Sabo style rifle rounds because he wanted to.
It's an ice cream truck, Eli.
Yeah, I heard that.
Is that what
it
that
comes
was?
by? Yeah, it comes by literally every day.
So this guy's wanting to get his rounds fully established.
Eli was,
and so he sent them to us to get them imaged as like muzzle exits and impacts and stuff, and they wouldn't even make it out the barrel essentially because it was so early on in the development. But that was good for him because he didn't have to send it all the way up to NIJ certification. He just sent it to us. We can certify what we can see with high-speed cameras, and then they can move on to the next step. So,
or you can just be like a Chad and like open up your own armor company and just say, "Source, trust me, bro."
There you go,
sweet bro. So, but that was what led.
It's super light.
It's light as shit, bro.
Paper mache ballistics.
I experiment with my own.
Dude, that's fucking crazy. Those cameras, like reading those cameras, I'm just like, my mind is.
I remember growing up on Fort Bragg as a kid, like just going like getting like $50. What did they call it? IBA vests. The OG like
IBS.
IBA vests, and I'd put like ceramic tiles
IBVs?
that I bought from fucking like Home Depot.
What did it stop?
IBVs.
What's up?
What did it stop?
I would go up to rifle round. I was like, I would put like 2 different layers of ceramic tiles and then the soft armor behind it, and I was stopping like 5.56 and shit. I was just like, oh, this is cool.
Oh shit!
You know what I was doing?
Getting shot by it?
No. So I randomly ran into.
I thought you were gonna fucking big dick me on that real quick.
Well, I'm probably gonna.
Okay.
All right.
No. So I ran into this dude that worked on NASA aircrafts, and
yes is the answer to that question.
Yeah, pretty much.
So he was telling me,
you're like Jake.
So anyway, I was talking to a guy who works for fucking NASA. What were you saying about you put ceramic tiles in
I
your
was
vest?
16, dude. I don't fucking know.
Do you want to know what I was doing when I ran into this man? I was trying to get out from underneath a jet ski that I couldn't figure out how to fucking fix. I was on Facebook Marketplace.
This guy owns a jet ski.
No, not anymore. I sold it to that guy. No, so anyway, so he's telling me that he's worked Air Force, NASA, all this stuff. And when they were working with fiberglass, they would do this really cool thing where they had these massive vacuum chambers. And there was a certain way that if you got enough air underneath it, and they used little pillow foam. And if you then compressed the fiberglass into it, it would harden, but then more air could leave the fiberglass. And they were getting rates of like almost 10 times the strength of fiberglass sheets out of just having it in zero gravity versus letting it in the standard atmosphere.
And this is where I wonder if we can put this on the podcast.
Why? I started making body armor out of it. So I took...
That's why.
So I was taking those Subway ceramic plates, and then I was sanding them so that the fiberglass would have something to grip to. And then I was putting them in fiberglass over that pillow surface, and then I was vacuum sealing it. And with 1 ceramic plate and 4, so it was 2 on each side. So 4 things of fiberglass, I could stop on 9mm.
No shit.
No, dude.
That's what people don't realize is
thick. I mean, it light as hell.
What people don't realize is that the biggest thing that stops bullets is air. Give it a hard target to hit, and then give it space. to deform and skew or whatever.
Something and bullets, as soon as they hit something, they're like, fuck.
That's why water. You can say literally 5 feet away. 5 feet will stop a bullet dead in its track. I mean, water. You're just gonna be like,
even harder and faster a bullet's traveling when it.
What
hits
did we
water,
find in our episode?
Fucks itself up.
Even we found that hollow points are very beautiful when they split open in water.
Did they just open up? Because
same with homeless people
in water.
Oh, they open up in water.
Second time I've had to say this to you.
At supersonic velocities. Anyways,
but how did it? Oh, did it just shred apart instantly on impact? Because you can submerge rounds.
You haven't seen our episode on it.
No, I don't know.
Cool.
So there was so many different results.
I tell Brandon, I don't watch anyone's content.
Eli, did you see my? Never mind.
I don't watch people's content.
So like a handgun.
We really don't. Like it's not even like a fucking.
Enter the waddle.
Okay, well, I was just saying, like, it's not even a slight, like content creators don't watch each other's content.
Yeah,
like we
it'd
don't.
Be weird. I hang out with everyone all the time. Other than you guys, but
I watch your videos.
Unless you start doing video game content.
We did a middle
We're
box.
not repeating July 4th.
A Lexan side window and just clear tape, hole cut the side so we could shoot directly into water. And we shot a hollow point. Well, we shot a lot of different rounds, but one of them was a handgun hollow point. And you could see as it entered that front cavity collapse. Like the air that's in it collapsed with water, and then you could actually see it like mushroom and peel apart and open up and invert and create like the cavity behind it as it happened. Like it's just a really pretty shot.
Just like those RIP rounds that won't penetrate a thick denim jacket.
Sure. Yeah.
See, I want to do those.
Have you guys never done that?
Not those.
Dude, I will buy you the ammo. Like that is.
So will Kerr.
Well, yeah. Also, yeah, Kerr ammo. Shout out. No, the G2 research fucking RIP rounds that everybody was like shitting their pants over 10 years ago. Like that ended up, it looks gnarly. Like the best marketing they ever did.
Ballistic shell. It must look really good.
Well, the best marketing they ever did was when they hit that water balloon with it. Did you see that one?
I think so. Yeah.
Where like it just like 80 different petals come out the other side. It's fucking cool.
Was that a Richard Ryan shot that he did?
I don't know.
Was it a high-speed shot, though?
It was a high-speed shot, yeah.
It feels like a full mag thing or something.
I mean, Richard Ryan was kind of, he did own that space back in the day.
Splinters into 35 very gently moving copper fragments. I would hate to be hit with one.
Oh, don't. If it fucking hit you like bare flesh, that would be a issue. Like, you would not enjoy it.
Good thing I always walk around with a denim vest on.
But well, people were pointing out that like they're like, oh yeah, every part of it like fucking flakes off so easily, so it has this massive wound cavity. It's like,
but you're losing your blood, your energy.
Your energy dissipates super fucking quick. Meaning, if you have like, if you shoot somebody in Michigan, like they'll survive.
What did he mean by this?
It's chilly up there and they wear clothing.
Is that a Houston Jones collab?
No.
That was the what did he mean by this? That was what Bryce said.
That's exactly what I meant.
Actually, we can wait. Who's going to close this one out? Cody, we lost our.
Thank you, everyone, once again for joining us on the Unsubscribe podcast. We are joined by Ball Stick on Your Thigh. Just kidding. That was actually Eli Double Fap, Ballistic Highspeed, the wonderful boys at Ballistic Highspeed, Brandon Herrera, the failed congressman, and yours truly, a donut operator,
Kingeth Trouteth.
Hey, you
join us on the Patreon
after show.
Fuck! If only I could make money on this with AdSense.
Get a clickbait thumbnail.
Did you get it in high speed?
Brandon died. After show.
Patreon after show. Oh, as always, thank you for joining us.
We love you. Kisses. Say bye. Oh, where do we find you guys? Ballistic
Highspeed on the YouTubes and Instagram.
Ballistic
and Facebook.
Ballistic Highspeed. Ballstick.
What's the best one? This one?
Yeah.
Got it.
Ballstick Highcomb.
Sticky balls to the thigh. Slow motion starting now.